So for his sake, I'm hoping that we see a bit of a linear seed at the start. Because if we get Titan's Mitt and Moon Pearl in the first 10 minutes, then we're diverging all over the place. It's gonna be painful.
All right, here we go. OysterSA and Sirheavens with the sync. Starting out with a bomb upgrade in Link's house and a small key to Misery Mire for Jet in the sanctuary.
Carol, just checking Link's house and then immediately saving and quitting, so probably going to go for the Sank opening. Just wanted to get that one chest out of the way. I know this is interesting from Oyster.
I don't see this play quite often. Starting from Link's house and just going straight south of Grove in order to get that chance of bomb drops here in the bushes. So he's going to be lifting up a bunch of these, hoping to find something.
Yeah, two of these bushes have a 50%
there's
bomb. He rolled both of them. That's great. So we'll see if... Oh my gosh, the guard dropped the bomb too.
Wow, Oyster with the plays. Compass to Turtle Rock from the uncle here.
Alright. Jet
look
picked
at
up the
that.
bomb drop as well, and the crab has bombs. This seed is the bomb.
Not only bombs, but an 8 bomb drop.
Oyster just went and took a look at the race game. I didn't see what it was, but he has 3 bombs, so... No, he's gonna skip it. So the race game's not important. Everybody's enjoying their crab bombs right now. And Jet's heading over into Lost Woods.
Yeah, so Sirheavens found the map to Eastern Palace in the chest by Uncle. So some early knowledge there on whether or not we're going to have a crystal or pendant. Quick cut on top left, Jet finds a big key in Lost Woods, and it is the big key to Pod.
Nice.
And another big key on Oyster bottom left, the big key to Mire. Starting off with quite a few keys, but no other items.
We have Sirheavens here doing a setup for the Houlihan room right now. So he'll be getting a bunch of money, and that will guarantee bombs and guarantee the bottle vendor. I think this opening is a little bit more popular in Keysanity because since the pool is diluted by all these keys and maps and compasses, you often don't get bombs or money for bombs. Unfortunately, he doesn't know that bombs are just all over the place with the crab dropping bombs and bombs in the drop pool, but it is what it is.
On Oyster, going to use a bomb to find yet more bombs inside this hut. There's quite a few, I think 4 total in here under the pots.
And he killed the rat, and it dropped the bomb too.
Okay, jet082. It was a palace of some sort.
That was big key to Desert Palace, blue mail, and a heart container. That's nice to have. Get a little bit of health up there. See what the chest in the back is.
Another map to Misery Mire. Bugnet, man, there's just like so many people all over the place checking everything. It's hard to keep track of.
Yeah, I'm watching Oyster right now. I think he's in the well.
That's right.
I don't think we've seen yet. It's the blue meringue. And some more health. So pretty healthy seed and blue mail early on. That'll be a little bit of a relief for our runners, I think.
Yeah, and Oyster and Jet also pick up the bug net inside the well. Be able to catch some fairies later whenever they find bottles.
Might see a little bit of bug net Ganon later on. Who knows? So we didn't note it when somebody checked it, but I did make note of the fact that Lumberjack Cave only has 20 rupees in it, so we may not see Aga 1 this seed.
There it is. Big key for Sirheavens to Dark Palace, aka Pod. So now we have a little bit of break with people retreading items that have already been checked. It's like, man, that was a lot of stuff. Couple important notes. So Misery Mire and Skullwoods have quite a few small keys associated with them, but those are some of the most useless keys in the game because you can full clear both of those dungeons if you know the route without getting any small key drops. Just picking up ones under pots, etc.
Those keys are just in the pool so that you can see them, in the race game or see them on the Lake Hylia Island, and you're thinking, okay, I gotta remember this. It might be the swamp key, and then you go and you get a Mire key. You're just, man. Although that said, getting one of them is nice because it does let you route the dungeon a little bit more efficiently.
Now, have we seen anybody buy from the bottle vendor yet? No, Jet still has
We
quite
have.
a bit of rubies.
It was a compass. I don't know which compass, but it was a compass. With these rupee counts, there must have been a 300 somewhere. I didn't see where.
There was a big rupee drop inside blind set.
Makes sense.
We'll do the first chest in there.
Alright, so everybody's finishing up Kakariko. They've got their pod and desert big keys pretty much across the board and their blue mail. And now we're seeing Jet blaze some new ground down to South Shore. This is pretty much the standard play. It gets you to a lot of chests quite quickly. You just have to fight the mini Moldering Cave with bombs. He has 7, so shouldn't be any problem.
Nope,
More
there's
money.
Some more money. A very, very friendly seed, but still, we haven't seen a single progression item outside of keys. Just a blue boomerang, and make no mistake, the blue boomerang really helps if you want to go bomb the escape sequence, because being able to stun the guards and handle that, it's really, really convenient.
Yeah. With the way that the RNG went at
Powder!
the start, there's powder. Very nice on the safeties. With 2 new racers, relatively new players in this, I'm glad to see that there's a bunch of safeties early on, and it's not making us go into the dark with 3 hearts and green mail. Alright, so Mini Moldrum Cave coming up for Jet. Oyster's heading down to grab the powder now. Looks like Carol is also doing a bit of a later houlihan, probably taking advantage of the fact that they can get enough money to do Zora soon. So watch these items on Jet's screen. We've got the Fighter's Shield, big 20, bomb upgrade, the Book of Dora,
nice.
and another big 20.
The big key to Desert Palace already being obtained, that makes it a little bit more attractive. So Sirheavens also picked up the Misery Mire big key there. So everybody's syncing up their items after finishing up Kakariko here. Heaven's going to get the knowledge that there's just a red rupee sitting inside the library. We'll not have to go revisit that, especially with all this money.
Sirheavens is going to go do the race game. This is a pretty good play. I like doing this in Keysanity, just doing it without checking it, because a lot of the time it'll be a map or a key, and you'll be like, well, okay, I gotta go get it, find out what it is. I think a lot of the other players just checked it and turned around, and in this case, I believe it's a red rupee. No, it's the red boomerang.
The red boomerang, even better.
Boomerang collection complete. Oh, Jet just got something from Ice Rod Cave, but I missed what
That
it
was just an arrow upgrade.
Okay.
Absolutely worthless. Tough to keep track of all the action. Oyster going to pick up the Fighter Shield as well as his book. Just going to make the play on Eastern Palace.
I like this play. There's a lot of items over here. There's Sahasrahla Back Closet with 3, and then 3 accessible in Eastern in the Logic, 4 if you can do the Dark Room, which I'm sure he will be able to do. Although, whether or not he wants to is another matter. Because it is a little bit out of the way, and you will eventually have to come back to Eastern, so we'll have to see what happens.
Did you see that sick double bomb strap from TheLostCarol up there? Making sure the troll dorms will not be able to troll him, just bombs the entire routes that it can travel and manages to knock him out. And there's the Moon Pearl and a
Jet.
small key to Ganon's tower, hiding in the back of Sahasrahla's hut.
Alright, also we have Oyster doing some fake flippers down here. I think probably went to Ice Rod Cave and then came back. Maybe?
TheLostCarol with the book and Fighter Shield. And there was only a map on Lake Hylia Islands. And maps can be fairly useful in Keysanity because it lets you know whether or not a dungeon is a crystal or a pendant. So you may see later on, if somebody's rooting from Swamp Palace to Ice Palace, may opt to check that item up there, get that knowledge.
Just bombs from the hobo for Oyster. Now setting up for the reverse fake flippers to head over to Zora. Unfortunately, since he hasn't picked up the Moon Pearl from Sahasrahla's back closet, he won't be able to do the Waterfall Ferry. But still be able to check Zora and look at the ledge, so it's still a valuable play. just got a piece of heart in the first chest of Eastern here. Is now carrying on. TheLostCarol in Ice Rod Cave, Sirheavens cleaning up Mini Moldworm, and soon to be over to Ice Rod Cave, I would imagine.
And so quickly running out of locations where the next progression item can be. There's 3 more locations to check in Eastern Palace, and then we have a little bit to do over in Desert, and I think that's it.
Yeah, Oyster actually opted out of going all the way to Zora and just went straight to Sahasrahla, which is actually going to work out really well, because then another fake flipper, perhaps later on, would be able to check the Waterfall Cave.
Yeah, Desert Palace is the green pendant. Is that the first time around?
We may be missing things here and there. Alright, looks like everybody's converging towards Eastern. Nothing of value here yet, just hearts, rupees, nothing interesting. And Jet's carrying on to go to the Dark Room. Not at all surprising, because they don't have really too many great options left to check. There'll be a long walk over to Desert with a guaranteed, or almost guaranteed, double dip, since they don't have a fire source, the power glove, or a weapon yet.
Yeah, so Oyster on the bottom left chose to save and quit after getting the Moon Pearl out of Sahasrahla set, and hasn't checked the uncle or the item in here. Will likely pick up these 2, and we may see an escape sequence play.
That's an interesting play. I kind of like that. Not going to Eastern when you know you're going to have to double dip Eastern. Just getting the convenient items and then heading over to something you can finish the escape. And with Boomerang and 13 bombs, this will definitely be no problem.
And this item Jet is about to pick up could be something, but is definitely out of the logic. What's it going to be? It is a red rupee, so striking out of Eastern Palace.
Nothing there at all.
Yeah, there we go. Oyster walking back out from the uncle. He's going to be doing the escape.
All right, so Oyster kind of, in a way, is in the lead. He's blazing new ground. Eventually, he'll have to go check those Eastern locations, most likely. But for the time being, that's where our eyes are on to see some new progression. Looks like Jet is maybe heading to fake flippers, maybe heading to what's that dungeon?
Thinking about it there. Nope, change of mind again.
Going for a crab here to get more bombs. I actually didn't even know there was a crab there until I saw him do that.
Yeah, I'm writing that down. Cape!
Magic Cape. That opens Aga Tower.
Aga Tower without sword, getting through those ball and chain cards in the first room is going to be such a pain.
Yeah,
if they have to go
I'm
there.
pretty sure that's in the logic, but I don't know how many bombs it even takes to kill them. I've never had to do that, and I hope that I never have to do that.
Let's look away. Okay, Oyster's going to find a sword in the back half of Escape, and there you go, easy. Yeah, so with no keys and no lamp, that's 1 location that you can check inside Aga Tower right now.
Yeah, you really don't want to do that. Often you can put it off. Silvers for Jet in Agina's Cave.
Very nice. Here we go. 1 more chest. Oyster opting to do the suicide bomb, just taking the damage to make sure the bomb hit lands. It's a small key to Ganon's tower. Unfortunate.
Alright, takes out that guard, and it's going to carry on to the basement. Jet, meanwhile, is going into Desert. There's a small key on the ledge, so we'll definitely see a trip down to that.
Desert
We'll see
small
what's
key,
in Desert
perhaps?
first. That would be very convenient. I'm sure anybody would be happy to see the Desert small key, not too far from its normal home.
Yeah, so remaining places in the logic. The 2 chests inside Desert, the big key chest and the big chest, as well as this Zelda's chest and the 1 chest inside Aga Tower. One of those has to hold the answer.
Yeah, we're going to see it soon, either from Oyster or Jet first. Carol and Sirheavens following to Desert, so Oyster will be taking off if this is something. It's the Fire Shield.
Small key to Turtle Rock.
Oh.
Okay, so now it's either in the big chest of Desert or in Aga Tower.
If it's in Aga Tower and they don't have a weapon,
that's so cruel.
So mean. How many bombs does it take? Does anybody know? How do you fight those guards with bombs?
Well, we may be finding out if Jet just strikes out here. Flippers. Oh, it could be Zora too. I keep forgetting about him.
Well, they
all
could.
the money.
Zora was still out of logic because they didn't have Power Glove or Flippers yet. They could have fake flippered there, but
And we know Uncle has nothing. So this Flippers opens up the 2 items in Waterfall Fairy, Zora, as well as the Zora Ledge item.
yeah. Fortunately, they all have money. Even the people that didn't do the hula hand have enough money to check Zora's item. Oh, never mind. I thought somebody
Small
had
key to Hera.
like very little, but I just can't read at this resolution sometimes. 8-0? What is that?
Yeah, so Jet has picked up the small key to Hera that was lying on the desert ledge.
Alright. It's a key that's kind of nice to get and kind of not nice to get because you have to do tile room, but at least you don't have to revisit to do tile room. Well, now that I've said that, they'll go up there without a fire source. Okay, so Jet doing the swimming now. We'll head up to Hobo first to get 3 bombs, and then we will see what Waterfall Cave and Zora have in store. And if it's nothing, that's going to be painful.
Hey, Jet may be happy he's picking up the 3 bombs here from the Hobo, because, hey, who knows how many bombs it takes to destroy a ball and chain guard. Perhaps now we'll get the answer, although unlikely with how many items the Flippers have unlocked.
Yeah. I wonder if it's more than 10, does the logic account for the amount of bomb upgrades you need to do it?
So Oyster opting to fake Flipper over to Waterfall Fairy will get that check first, and with the Moon Pearl in hand, he is going to be able to check these 2 items.
This is a cool play before going to Desert. So everything except Zora Ledge is accessible, and you'll be able to see what's on it. So this is nice here. So what do we got? Full Heart, and
There's the Power Glove.
Nice.
There is our progression. So Power Glove currently unlocks the 3 chests in the back of Escape, and it technically gives you access to Death Mountain, but that's a sequence break without having a lamp to get you up there.
Yeah, I think we'll see the lamp soon. I didn't see what the ledge item was.
I missed it too. On Jet screen here, we'll see. It is... I missed it.
I can't see it!
Well, we'll see if Jet opts to go down there and grab it. That, since she has the Flippers, we'll be able to know if it's something worthwhile. The bottom left, Oyster, what does the Zora have? It is a red rupee.
Just a life lesson. Figures. He's swimming downwards. I don't think you can... Yeah. Oh. Okay, that didn't soft lock. That's good.
Okay, Jet is continuing on, so there's something valuable here. Could be a key, could be a progression item. Let's see.
I'm betting it's a small key. We're left in suspense here because both of us missed it.
It's the boots!
The boots! Oh, what are those? Well, Oyster's gonna go right back there after he goes to Desert, but now with the Power Gloves, there's a lot of other stuff open. Though he should...
No, really with the Power Glove, only the Escape is open for him.
Yeah.
As far as the logic goes. So
hopefully this doesn't lead him away from those Flippers.
Bombs. Small key to Swamp.
Nice to
and
have.
another small key to Pod.
Whoa! Titan's Mitt for Jet in the Bonk Rocks.
Wow.
So fortunately for Oyster, he's going to be forced into this. He's going to have to go to Desert, and then get the boots, get the Titan's Mitt. Could walk up Death Mountain, but there's only 2 items available up there, and it is out of the logic to do that, so I think we're going to see the Desert play first.
Man, talk about a convenient spot for the Titan's Mitt. Because you can check King's Tomb immediately.
That's pretty nice.
So I wonder if Jet forgot about that, because fell into the back
Might go
of
do
Escape
it now.
first. Yeah, we'll see.
We've got Carol going to be our second player to pick up the boot. Sirheavens cleaning up Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, there it is. Jet remembers.
So I think Sirheavens will be off to Zora fairly soon.
Now, Sigma, I have a question for you. Is that faster to go into the back of Escape, save and quit, and then go over to King's Tomb? Quake!
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Not sure if it's required, but hey, that's one possibility to open up Mire and T-Rock.
Yeah, it's good to get. You're happy to see a medallion. Now, Jet, with Moon Pearl and gloves, or mitts rather, is probably going to be heading over to the Dark World.
Without a sword. Oh, man.
Goodness. I'm just very happy for our racers that they didn't have to go fight those guards with bombs.
Yeah, when I saw that cape, I was pretty scared.
That's a very worrisome item. I think in the vanilla location, you get the cape in the graveyard, it turns you invisible like a ghost, and it's all spooky. And the cape itself is very spooky for exactly this reason. The Agate Tower with a cape play, not pleasant. Alright, so Oyster now heading over to Eastern. I forgot actually that he hadn't done this, so he'll have to clean up a little bit of stuff, but soon we'll be making his way over to get the flippers and the boots and all that good stuff. Looks like Sirheavens is at Zora now. We'll be picking up the boots. Soon the Titan's mitts thereafter. Jets and Skull, I think that first chest was just 20 rupees.
That is right. 20 rupees and the Cane of Brian.
Second best cane.
And Jet, lacking a small key, is going to go into this room here, get the guaranteed small key that is always inside this chest, no matter what.
I'm very glad that they did that. Otherwise, a Skull visit would be a lot more painful than Keysanity. So you don't see much of anything in Skull. Jet may or may not head to the back chest. Being thorough, you would go clean up the vanilla big key location in Skull. It looks like that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Nice to have the boomerang for this, because dealing with these Gibdos otherwise is pretty painful without at least a sword to knock them around or the fire rod to kill them.
So Sigma, I got a question for you. What is going to be our first actual weapon? So currently the only thing they have to kill various things is the Cane of Burna. Quake can't even kill stuff, it just transforms them into something else.
They can't even cast it with a sword.
Yeah, no sword, so they can't cast it. What's it going to be? Are we going to find a sword? We're going to find the hammer? A rod, perhaps, or the bow?
No, odds are that it's a sword, but just to be interesting, I'm going to say we're going to find the hammer first.
I just want to bring up a quick clarification. Yes, indeed, these are two separate races, though everybody is on the same seed. So on the top, we have Jet versus TheLostCarol as race number 1. On the bottom, OysterSA versus Sirheavens as race number 2.
I believe during the last randomizer tournament, when there was these two 1v1s, they originally presented them on different seeds, but it was terribly confusing for everybody involved. So to make it a little bit easier for us poor commentators, they play the same seed now.
Yeah, that was a pretty sick rage out from Oyster there, dropping the bomb jumping through the anti-fairies into a save and quit. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Cane of Samaria. Okay, there we go.
That's the one.
That's the one.
So now
the
they have a weapon.
Actual weapon is the Cane of Samaria.
It's better than just bombs.
And you could get quite a bit of use out of a single Cane of Samaria block, just like keep picking it up and throwing it into things. It's great.
Yeah. Push it at
highly
stuff.
effective at taking out the mini Moldorms.
Alright, Oyster's heading over to Desert now, so that'll be the flippers and boot. Sirheavens is exploring the Dark World. Fortunately, we have Jet going through the same areas. We have a little bit of frame dropping, but yeah, Mire. So there's some more progression. That's a really nice time to get it too, because before you do the swing through South Dark World, you can get the Mire spots now as you go past. And now a dip into Thieves Town. Let's see what we've got here.
Red Rupee. Yeah, being able to mirror out of Thieves Town after picking up that forced chest takes quite a bit of time.
Yeah. More money. I learned the other day that there's actually a couple seconds difference between the way that Jet is going through Thieves Town now, staying in this second room, and going down and doing the screen transition. When I had started to learn Rando, I thought they were the same, but it's much faster to do it the way that Jet's doing it, so always good to make
And
note
it's
of
so
things
weird
like that.
too, because I always thought, the bow! Thieves Town and Village of Outcasts holding the answers to everything. Just a
More
quick
money.
recap, we got the Cane of Samaria, the Mirror, and the bow, and with silver arrows in hand, that's going to be such a nice thing to have.
Yeah, so they don't have to worry about pushing Samaria blocks and things now. They can just shoot it with a silver arrow and watch it evaporate.
Jet heading into the dig game. It'll be interesting to see where he goes after this, because with the Titan's Mitt in hand and the Mirror, he could do the Blacksmith check into Purple Chest. Could just do the South Dark World routes and skip all that for later.
I'm guessing it'll be Blacksmith into Purple Chest. It would make sense just to do this first, since this guy won't let you dig if you have a Blacksmith following you.
Oyster picks up the small key to Turtle Rock, almost to the flips.
I believe Digging Game had the map of Hell's Darkness there, but I could be wrong. It was a map.
Hoping we get a map check soon. Yeah, there we go. Jet heading back up to the Blacksmith area. And with the Mirror, he'll actually be able to check the Magic Bat as well.
Oh, that's right. It'll be interesting to see if he opts for that or not, though. Because if he checks the Magic Bat, he'll have to walk up to the Dark World portal above Kakariko again to go do South Dark World. So we got the Smiths in here first.
Yeah, that confused me for the longest time, that Hammer is actually not required to get into the Magic Bat Cave as long as you have the Mirror. And Titan's Mitt.
Nice little trick here. So we'll see what he opts for. He might... Well, he'll probably take the chest either way, but he's gonna skip Bat for now.
Yeah, probably
wants to
couple
go
it with
back.
Hammer Pegs, yeah.
Exactly.
So, hang on, bottom left, Oyster stealing the Desert Palace small key.
Oh! This is a big play. Meanwhile, Carol picking up the Mirror, following through, going to get all this value out of Thieves Town. This is going to be eyes on Oyster, though, to see what is over on the right side of Desert. This play can really bite you, but since we already know that Desert is a pendant, it's possible that
It
they'll
is a
never
green
have
pendant.
to go kill Lanmo.
So that's 2 items he's leaving up there for later to get 2 items right now.
And just to clarify, stealing a key in Desert means you take a key from the second section of the dungeon that's normally intended to take you to the boss, and you use it to open this first door, which leads you to 2 items in this section once you kill your way through this room.
And Oyster's
And
gonna have to
it's
bomb.
good because it gets you these items fast, but it means if you do need to kill Lanmo, you also need to find the small key.
Yeah,
And that is accounted for in the logic. It won't soft lock you, but it can.
Sorry,
add a
Lost
bit of
Carol,
a
top right, checking the Magic Bat that we saw Jet skip over, just a blue rupee, and simultaneously Jet turns in the Purple Chest for a red rupee. Okay, continue on.
Alright. Well, I pretty much wrapped that up, but Oyster didn't get any value out of the right side of Desert there, so hopefully, for his sake, Lanmo or the Green Pendant is not required. We had to check on the Bombos tablet from Jet. It's just bombs, so he won't have to come back with the Master Sword. Just clean up all the Dark World stuff, probably heading over to Hype Cave now. We'll see if there's any hype in it today, or if it's just more rupees.
You know, Swamp Palace, first chest, and second chest actually, can be something. Though with the time commitment going there, no hook shot, no hammer, probably not something we're gonna see. But those 2 chests are now open because they got the small key to Swamp Palace and Kakariko, I believe. Here we go,
that's
Hot
right.
Cave from Jet, Hype Cave. Small key to Thieves Town.
Well, that's nice to have before you go in through it with the big key. Hearts, hearts, bombos, and arrows.
Well, you
Decent.
know what Bombos means.
Well, I would say Ice Palace, but they still can't cast it.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So, fun fact, you actually need a sword in order to cast any of the medallions. A fact I keep forgetting over and over again.
Jet's walking up here with the Mire. Is this perhaps a trip into Ega Tower now? Or did he ever he did escape, right? Did he
I don't recall Jet ever doing escape.
Didn't do escape, okay. That makes sense. I like this road here. Nice and clean.
And Oyster getting the old man doing a sequence break up to Death Mountain. What is the old man doing with 10 arrows?
I don't know. He was trying to pick up some sticks in that cave.
Oh, to like light a fire, get a torch to make his way out. Okay, I understand.
He didn't have a lamp though. I kind of... Oyster, I think, should have seen the boots on the Zora ledge. Maybe just getting the save point before heading back over to get them. But I imagine that will happen soon now that he's flickered. We see a small key on top of Spectacle Rock. And inside, just money.
Not happy with what he sees.
Tosses the boomerang out. But not wasted time going up to Death Mountain because now you have that mountain cave save point active to save and quit to.
Yes, I think Oyster needs to make his way to the boots. Or did the... I keep forgetting, sorry. Titan's Mitt was hidden behind Bonk Rocks, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so Oyster, I think, has realized now. Appears to be heading down to the portal. Get up to Zora, go grab those boots. Now quickly lead him over to the Titan's Mitt and unlock progression for him. Man, silver arrows, what a difference those make in the escape here.
It's a lot better than a bomb escape, that's for sure.
We see the Lost Carol opting to leave the purple chest behind.
Alright. It's just money anyway, so won't be too troubling. Might want to wait for the flute before doing it. It's a lot less painful when you can dash through this part of Dark World.
Right. Fire shield for Jet. Oyster almost to those sick boots. And Jet is going to do the blind swamp chest. Or, sorry, swamp chest. The blind sewer chest. No, swamp, sewer, what's the difference?
There's water. A bit.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Dashing through the dark rooms too. Very nice. And using the boomerang to take off the walls. This is a lot easier with a sword because you can kind of figure out where Link is, but there's the stairs. Oyster getting the boots now.
And hopefully we'll get an idea of what item this is.
Oh yeah, it might not show. Oh, those
two
snakes are
hearts.
attacking.
Okay, found the stairs.
There's still more in this room though, it's spooky. Using the boomerang well.
It was something.
Something!
I didn't see anything show up additionally on the menu, so I'm assuming it was worthless. We know it wasn't rupees, so maybe like a bomb upgrade or arrow upgrade.
Could be. We'll just go with that.
So Oyster opting to go back into Desert Palace.
Could be...
Forget to check the torch item.
Yeah, it could be going to bonk the torch. He didn't check the bonk rocks immediately, so maybe that location's slipping his mind for a moment. Or maybe there was something good on the torch and I completely forgot about it.
I thought it was like a map or something.
I don't remember.
And also, Jet picked up the shovel as the first chest in Aga Tower.
Interesting. Going to check that right away.
No, progression's got to be coming up soon.
I think it's about time for a sword.
Though, do you think we're gonna have to take the long routes around North Dark World through the water?
Oh goodness! Right, because they
In
don't
order
have
to get
the
over to
ammo.
pod. Yeah.
Oh no! Keysanity's known for its double dips, but just a lot more painful when there's an extra minute or two of walking before you can even get in there. Oyster pausing for a moment, thinking about what to do.
He's going between the
To the
bug net and the
items.
cape. Both items that can be useful for Aga.
Oh no, but all he has is bombs. I didn't want to see a guard bomb fight.
We'll just have to wait and see. He's thinking about it.
Go to Sanctuary. Oh no.
Okay.
It might be happening.
Yes, Oyster heading into Aga Tower. We may finally get the answer to that question. How many bombs does it take to take out a ball and chain guard?
He's going in with 20. And the boomerang will stun them, so we can guarantee hits.
Yeah, and Jet, doing the North Dark World play, was thinking about checking Bumper Cave. Opted to skip over it instead. Gonna get that mirror spot up here, an oft overlooked location. And then, if that's nothing, we'll likely continue on across the river over to Pod and Mire. Not Pod and Mire. Pod and Catfish and Pyramid and all the good stuff that they contain.
Alright, we've got Oyster fighting these guards. He's got that guard nice and stuck on the wall. Oh, they're grouping up. Maybe get some double bomb hits here. Nice. Look at this damage. That one's already dead. That was only 5 bombs. Maybe it's only 4 bombs to kill one.
Okay, there's 1. 2. And I missed the other 2, apparently, so...
Whoa, this room's gonna be rough, too. These guys are so fast. Oh, they take 2 hits? Oh, gosh. 2 hearts. Nice bait.
That was so good.
I can't... Has he practiced that?
I don't know, Oyster seems to be prepared for many situations because he's been pulling off some great stuff.
Yeah, that was crazy. I would have... If I had to go do that, I bet I would have just died.
So, quick top left, Jet checking out what the Catfish has in store. It is a compass. So, where's it going to be? Is it going to be in Pod? On the Pyramid? I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I guess we haven't seen Pyramid yet. We're gonna see that soon. And then...
Yeah, no easy way to get over to
probably
Pyramid.
Pod. Now, unfortunately, we do have an update on Sirheavens. His internet crashed, and that crashed his emulator or some kind of thing with his setup, so he had to forfeit. It's tragic, but we'll get to still watch through the rest of this race with our 3 remaining runners, though at this point Oyster has won his race.
Yeah, unfortunate indeed.
Yeah, that's rough.
There it is. Looked like a bomb upgrade on the Pyramid.
Yeah,
but it's
skipping
gold, it
over
kind of blends in with the background.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know it wasn't the gold sword, at least.
Yeah, it would have to be the fighter sword, if anything.
Yeah. So over to Pod, without a sword.
Where is the sword? And the hammer?
And anything.
Or the lamp, even.
How's the Pod key count, too? There's only 1 small key for Pod so far, and we have to go to Pod?
Yeah,
Goodness.
this is...
This is going to be one of those seeds where we see the Mimic Room about 5 times, I bet.
Yeah, 1 Pod small key does not get you much in Pod. But when it's the only thing left, gotta go in.
That's what you gotta do.
Maybe
At
there'll
least...
be like 4 default Pod small keys in here.
At least having the bow, there's a lot of stuff you can do going around the right side.
Yeah, we've got access to the chest down here in the basement, 2 chests over on the bow side, and then you have to burn a key going up the middle, because no hammer allows you to bypass it. There's a few more locations that you can check.
I
So we'll be able to get the
that.
one in the basement, and the one like in the beetle room on the ledge.
Mhm. And we're really running low on spots to the point that this might almost have to be something unless it's the first chest in swamp that has progression.
It could be the first 2 chests in the swamp because they have the swamp small key. I don't believe you need the hammer to access the second chest. Just a bomb.
Right.
But yeah, it could be in there. As awful as that is.
Man, that's brutal.
The lamp.
There's a lamp. That could let you go fight Landmo now, but we'd have to see the desert.
hammer!
There's the hammer!
What a spot for the hammer! With
Well,
that,
that's convenient.
yeah, that unlocks several more locations that Jet now has access to in Pod because he doesn't have to worry about burning that small key to go up the center.
And there's
a default Pod small key.
Oh my gosh. I bet you there's another one. We're gonna see another default small key.
No.
Right now. Let's go.
Oh no. It's a red rupee. Okay. So, Jet can now hammer jump over to the left side, pick up 2 chests in the dark maze. He can grab the chest and turtle room as well as the 2 inside the rupee room. You know, with the lamp being where it was, those are, well, sorry, the rupee room can be in the logic, but with the number of small keys, I do not believe the logic currently expects you to go into the dark maze. You need more keys for that.
Well, this was just 2 keys, so it's possible to burn on the front door and the vanilla big key chest. So going back here, not in the logic yet, but I mean, there's probably a pod small key sitting somewhere silly, like swamp, as we were saying. So Jet made an interesting play. I like this play, opting to burn a small key on the front door just to not have to go through that mimic room again, knowing that the logic won't expect too much, too deep into pod, and just checking the high density of chests that's available back here. And that's the first sword.
Wow.
41 minutes in.
A sequence broken first sword.
And now walking back over, it looks like it's time for a hammer jump.
Definitely time.
And not doing the save from below, so confident in getting this the first try. Buffering to get the position. There's the bomb position. That looked good. Now buffering to get the vertical, or the link position.
A little far from the bomb.
Oh,
yeah.
Had to take a step to the right. Now has to actually go downstairs to reset this room. Well, I think we'll see another attempt at it.
Yeah, the hammer jump does require, precise vertical position, but you can't slouch on the horizontals either. You need to be somewhat close to the bomb. There we
now
go.
Taking the closer save so that there's more time to do it, and easier to reset the room if it fails. Alright, going for it again, or buffering into position.
Okay, getting there. Oop.
It's hard to move just like the tiny little bit you need to do when you're just off a little bit. So maybe looking a little far to the left again.
Yeah, this is far to the left.
This might work.
But
it did,
good.
Okay. And a big key, that's huge. To Eastern
Palace, that is so convenient.
Oh my gosh, and with the bow and the mirror. You can just mirror out and do that right now. That's so good.
The hammer being where it was, the Eastern Palace big key being where it was, the map knowledge giving them access to know whether Ganon's tower is a pendant or a crystal. Actually, no, the Ganon's tower map is completely useless.
Nothing in the dark maze, but that big chest was very important. We're just gonna see Eastern right now for sure.
Yeah, you can full clear it. You got the bow, 2 item locations. Makes perfect, too much sense even to go right here while you're already over. Still don't know whether pod is a crystal or a pendant.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen anyone do a map check, or if they have, I've completely missed it.
Yeah, I've missed it. So Oyster picked up the first 4 chests in Thieves Town. Now gonna be doing his South Dark World route. TheLostCarol, unfortunately, forgetting that he does not have the Skullwoods big key.
Well, realizing before going all the way to the chest, so that's good. Now save and quit, and we'll see where he opts to go from here.
Oyster going to be turning into the blacksmith as we get our first bit of due ground in Eastern Palace. What's in the big chest? A map to Skull Woods.
Not terrible. That lamp, the lamp was in pod too, wasn't it? I can't even remember.
Yeah,
now.
the lamp and the hammer were right next to each other.
Right.
And no pod small keys are expected to go grab the hammer and the lamp given where they were. You just need the bow to access it.
Right. So we've kind of bent the sequence a little bit here on Jet's side. Of course, this play makes a ton of sense. It's extremely efficient. But we'll soon see likely some hammer-gated pod keys showing up because the randomizer's really nice, and it probably thought to itself, you know, it'd be fun to make them go to pod, get the hammer, and then leave, and then have to come back right away after they find 2 keys.
Alright, LostCarol going back into the Village of Outcasts area. Already has the mirror, already has the bow. I do not recall a small key to Turtle Rock off Eastern Palace, and it's a red pendant.
So pendant not too good, but Turtle Rock small key, very nice to have.
Still haven't checked the pedestal.
That's true. We haven't had anybody motivated to go over there without the fire rod.
Yeah, LostCarol had the opportunity, but, you know, I'm not going to waste my time with that. Here we go, LostCarol making the play, doing the North Dark World route. This will lead him over to pod and his treasure trove of items.
Certainly a kind of mean seed. Despite giving, you know, nice, big, wide Dark World access with the myths and the mirror, lots of stuff to check, it forced them to eventually go this terrible walk to pod. So kind of boiling down to a bottleneck, and I think we'll see Oyster doing the same before too long.
Yeah, Oyster heading back into Dark World here. I believe he's already checked everything south of Dark World that he wants to check, so this could be the move for him. You know, and Jet heading up to Death Mountain with the mirror and the hammer and the Titan's Mitt. There is a whole bunch of stuff he can check over here.
Yeah, this is... I don't even know what the count of items here is on both sides of Death Mountain. It's huge. Even Spike Cave's in the logic. It's crazy.
Yeah, Spike Cave is 1. With the small key to hair, there's 3 in there. With the book, they can check the Ether Tablet. We've got... I'm sorry, I'm trying to count them all. 5, 7, 8 on the east side of Light Death Mountain. 2 and 1. 1 in... Gosh, my brain is melting trying to think of everything. There's so much stuff.
I know.
5 in Paradox Cave, 2 in the cave underneath Paradox Cave, 1 inside Spiral Cave, as well as 2 in Dark World East Death Mountain, being the Super Bunny Cave, as well as 1 accessible spot. Oh, there's a 3rd Turtle Rock small key.
Okay.
Yeah, Turtle Rock is also potentially accessible here.
Yeah, 2 medallions, it's likely. Kina Samaria. What was that text? Shoot. I don't know what that was.
I'm keeping an eye on the actual stream here. I'll get it for you. It is... You know where the boss hides. It's a map.
Or maybe a compass. Anyway, it's not going to be going
back.
Oh
yeah, compass. Yeah. Yeah, but with the boots, 1 chest is accessible inside Hookshot Cave. Because the logic expects you to be able to bonk in order to cross over gaps.
Just going to be heading down to the Hera basement. This is a pretty long chest. It's a bit painful, but checking it while you're here, it's the most efficient time. Yeah, being thorough is a good way to play, especially Keysanity.
Given its Keysanity and what everybody has already been through so far with the trolley item locations.
Yeah, you don't want to cut corners now. I think it also brings up an interesting element of playing your opponent in Keysanity, or in Rando in general. because as we mentioned before, this is TheLostCarol's first tournament race, and Jet has been around the block, so, you know, there's no reason to, in Jet's shoes, to make some kind of risk by skipping something. Just be thorough and clear it, and let your experience carry you through the run. And we get a bottle, our first bottle.
Well, now everybody's going to be able to catch fairies. Put that bug net to use.
Nice. Well, that'll open up Sick Kid too, but we won't see a check on that for a little bit, probably. Without the flute, and with nothing else calling you over to Kakariko, that's one location that we'll see eventually.
The Master Sword!
Nice! That's accessible.
It is. See, I was trying to count all the locations available, and I completely forgot about the floating island.
Close.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to see Jet head up here in the Dark World, get that first item inside Hookshot Cave, as well as grab that Master Sword. You may see if Turtle Rock is accessible.
Yeah. He'll probably take a look at that once he's managed to pick up all the items over here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a trip in there, even without the fire rod to check those two chests on the right. Unlike Open or Standard, we have 3 keys going in here, so we can get quite a bit in the dungeon, all the way to... well, I was about to say all the way to Laser Bridge, but we don't have the big key.
Oh, look at this. Oyster on the bottom left, making the swamp play.
Oh man. So these items will be interesting. He's trying to avoid the terrible locked pod, but we'll see if it works. It's possible that something over here...
There's a small key to pod.
Okay. So that's one that the rando wanted you to go get before you went over and picked up the EP key.
Look at this. Oyster still locking a sword. Has to...
Oh man. Bombs against these? I'm learning lots about how many bomb hits enemies take.
Just one.
These are hard to hit though. Look at that guy. So evasive.
He gets it. What is chest number 1? A bomb upgrade. That was the 4th Turtle Rock small key. Yes, it was.
Jet has all 4 now. So that's nice because you can check that one chest, as they say, the vanilla big key chest in Turtle Rock, and not have to worry about it. And the second chest in the swamp, I don't think it was anything significant.
Well, Oyster wasn't too happy about it, so can't really blame him.
Yeah.
Alright, so TheLostCarol heading to the back half of pod. Moment of truth. Does he know about the hammer jump? Get that Eastern Palace big key? You know, probably not useful, given that Eastern Palace turned out to be a pendant. I don't think it had...
I think it was a Turtle Rock small key, actually.
Was it a Turtle Rock small key?
Yeah. He's going for the hammer jump, but without a buffered setup and setting the bomb a little bit too high. So maybe we'll take a couple attempts at this and then just opt to clean up the rest of the maze. Alright, meanwhile...
honest try. Says okay.
Calling quits there before dying is wise.
Bodied by the mini Helmosaur. Man, those things are annoying.
Yeah. Gonna give him the business with this skull this time. See you later, buddy. Jet picking up the Master Sword on Floating Island. And there were probably items in Super Bunny Cave, but I don't remember what they were.
So Oyster is attempting to head to the back half of Thieves Town. I know he has a small key, but I don't recall ever picking up the big key.
No, I don't think we have it. We'll find out in a moment when we get to this door.
And
No.
T-Rock is Quake. 4 small keys. You're definitely going to go in.
Shoot some arrows into the door. Those didn't open it, but it was a good try. Oyster, I think, maybe has forgotten or not realized to swim over to pod is an option. but he's heading north with the Mire in hand.
Is
Is
this
he
going to
just
be a
going to go
pedestal
look at the
check?
pedestal? Catches that tree bomb.
Oh, Oyster.
Oyster's bomb usage in general has been absolutely amazing this season. No sword has to pick up every bush. Oh man.
You know, it's definitely an uncommon route that you have to remember. Like the North Dark World group with flippers can get you access over there.
Yeah, it's pretty uncommon. Jet grabbing the map of Hyrule Castle, useless map in T-Rock. We'll see a check deeper. There's got to be something more in T-Rock here, I think.
Yeah, there's a couple more chests. You can get all the way to the lava room chest
Yeah.
so you have all the small keys, so you can get all. You can even get Mimic Cave here. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else is open other than this, though. I guess Swamp now has some stuff. With all of that this seed has done
Swamp is
so
open.
far, it would probably be mean enough to make them do a hookshot with Swamp eventually.
You know, taking another step closer potentially to that triple dip in the swamp.
Oh goodness.
At least for
Oh.
Oyster.
Oyster's doing battle with these Gibdos. Deciding to use the cane. Because they are really not cooperating. You know, I looked away from Carol's completion of Pod there for a moment, but they're in Eastern now. I don't know if they got that big key out of the Dark Maze, because they didn't get that hammer jump.
Yeah, I don't recall. We'll find out shortly. A big key is in the lava chest to Swamp
Whoa,
Palace.
Swamp! That could be nothing, or it could be something.
It only unlocks one item, but man, so potentially, now we were saying this at the beginning of the stream, that that's one chest you always skip, unless you have all the T-Rock small keys like Jet has.
Yeah,
So that
and
could
then
be required.
you get a nice, not have to worry about it. Not have to double, well, you might have to double dip T-Rock, because, well, of course you have to double dip T-Rock here without either rod. It is what it is.
So hang on. LostCarol must have not gone to the bow side of Pod. Still lacking the hammer, still lacking the lamp.
You're right. I wish I had paid more attention to that. Oyster is heading in the correct direction.
Alright. Let's check and see what Bumper Cave has to offer.
I'm gonna get eaten
Oh, no,
alive by a murder dactyl. Oh no.
Oh no. Hopefully this doesn't discourage him to go somewhere else. I'm not sure what else he has to check.
He's got to be running short on places. I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes back there.
Oh no! Carol saving and quitting out of Eastern Palace.
That was a GT small key.
I think that was the last one.
Could be.
Got them all.
You hope that the count of GT small keys never matters, because all it can ever mean is that you have to open doors in the GT base armor.
So Jet possibly doing Spike Cave here?
Could be a trip to Spike Cave.
He's already
not
gotten
too
everything
much
else
left.
up here.
Yeah, without the T-Rock big key, progress any further in there.
Probably
After
wants
this,
probably wants to take care of this before going into Swamp without the hookshot.
makes a lot of sense. You really want to clear your one-offs, and Swamp double dip is none too pleasant.
So both LostCarol and Oyster seem to have caught on to something. They're heading into the same exact spot.
Now the rough thing for... Okay, Tempered Sword and Spike Cave, that's worth it, but not progression, so not quite what Jet wanted to see, I'm sure.
Yeah. What an awful spot for a Tempered Sword. Spike Cave is such an out-of-the-way location to check. I hope LostCarol and Oyster manage to make their way over there eventually.
Yeah.
And so Oyster realizes he only has one option. Head through the north side of Dark World.
First,
Unfortunately, did not make it all the way to Bumper Cave.
He didn't get to see
the item
it.
was. Yeah.
The birds had no mercy. They're after him again. It's a rupee. Jet heading to Swamp now. The hookshot was Swamp. Nice jukes. Wow, gets a dash off with those birds just on his heels. Good play from Oyster.
TheLostCarol doing the save and quit with the purple chest. Without the flute, I really like this play here. I don't think I've ever seen it either. I'm gonna have to steal it too because it's awesome.
Yeah, it's faster if you don't have to, when you've already done the mirror spots and all the stuff on South Dark World. You may as well just go back to Link's house rather than walking all the way. Oyster is edging ever closer to the pod visit. Now, the really rough thing for Carol here, having gone to pod and missed out on doing the bow side and not getting that lamp and hammer, is going to have to make the walk across North Dark World through the water again, eventually.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. TheLostCarol being a new runner, I can't help but think this is going to be a really, really good learning experience. There's still 4 more races after this to go for. And you're going to learn quite a bit from this one, as far as possible routes and things not to forget later on.
Yeah. Oyster grabs Quake there from King's 2. It's one step closer. Back to the Dark World and to the right, and then you're actually going to find something soon.
Yes. Oyster, yes.
Nice. So we're going to pod now.
A moment of truth coming up soon up here for Jet. Was the Swamp Big Key actually useful?
You think we could possibly see the vanilla hookshot?
It's possible. It's definitely possible. I mean, what other progression could it be? More like a big key to pod? More small keys to pod?
Flute could be useful. Fire Rod could give progression, but that just means they'll probably have to walk back to Turlock. There's the flute! With the way the seeds treated them, of course Jet's going to continue.
Red mail. Okay. So nice safety there.
Yeah, not required. So if perhaps some other runners maybe don't do Eastern and miss that.
Oh, we got a map check. Misery Mire was a crystal. Pod was a crystal 5/6, so definitely required. And Turtle Rock was also a crystal.
All right. Jet'll be heading over to the left side of Swamp here. It takes a while to get over these 2 chests. And without the hookshot, you have to drop through them
this is the
twice, but, that's what this does to you. Carol is now making a play on Swamp as well. Probably, at this point, hoping that heading back to the bow side of pod, as long as they remember it. I hope they remember it. But probably trying to avoid it for now, until they've exhausted all their other options.
Yeah, doing that trek through North Dark World again is not fun.
No.
But I hope he realizes there's still 2 items over there that he has access to. And Oyster has realized pod is the place to go.
Yeah, I think Oyster exhausted all other options, just really didn't want to do this path, is now en route.
Yeah, but look this over on Jet. Without the hook shot, you go down, grab 1 chest, and then all the way back around, up the stairs to fall down the other side to get the next one.
At least having the boots, you don't have to plod slowly through the water.
Yeah. That's the only way this could be any worse, is taking away the boots.
Alright, left side Swamp, what do you have? A small key to Mire. Oh god.
Hey, that's a sign. Head over to Mire.
Well, given the flute, given some Mire keys, doesn't sound like a bad play to me. They have the cane, so...
And the big key, yeah. Completely clearable. Mire is the only dungeon that expects 0 small keys in order to clear. That's, taking Eastern Palace out because there are no small keys in Eastern Palace. But you can go straight to the boss door without any small keys in Mire.
Yeah.
Though that being said, having them makes going through Mire pretty efficient, because you don't have to double back to get small keys to full clear.
At least having one, so that you can go right over to the left side. I've kind of gone back and forth myself on how you want to progress through Mire in Keysanity. It's nice that you can go over to the left and get that switch first, but then you're also doing the vanilla big key chest quite soon and sitting through that long cutscene.
Yeah, Oyster paused for a moment, was potentially debating heading through the middle door, thankfully opted not to.
Yeah, getting this stuff first is going to be good. Now remember that Jet did open that middle door, so it's possible if Oyster saves the key here and decides to do the Mimic Room multiple times, we could see one of the other one-off chests get checked, either Vanilla Big Key or Harmless Hellway.
That's right. But it is such a slog going through this Mimic Room multiple
It's painful.
times. So Lost Carol on the menu for a moment, thinking about, what did I miss? Where do I need to go? Opting to get a couple shots off the guard.
Heading
Maybe
down
bribe him
south.
for some information. Oyster, not happy to find the lamp. Burn some magic, torching the chest.
He'll be happy about this, though.
Oh yeah.
Here it is, the hammer.
Is he gonna hammer it? Is he gonna hammer the chest?
Just a moment of silence. And then bombs the little hammer dude.
Oyster is being so creative with the way he chooses to display his rage at the game.
I really do appreciate it. Alright, Jet's heading over to finish up Desert from the looks of things.
Yeah, I know. Lost Carol did not burn that small key, so can go over and finish it. I don't think we've seen anybody clear Landmullas, so...
No, not yet.
Yeah,
I don't recall... Oh, it's the green pendant, right? We know that.
Right. It is a pendant, but that is 2 items that it unlocks, and hopefully this will give Lost Carol some motivation to head back over to the pod area.
Oh, that's true. Although, maybe just running over to... What's his face? Sahasrahla is more enticing than going all the way. A map of desert in desert. Nice. Going all the way through the Dark World, as I was saying. But yes, carry on.
Yeah, and Oyster opted to go up the Mimic Cave again. Sorry, Mimic Cave. Not there yet. Mimic Room.
It's kind of a cave, so
So
I'll give you that one. Nice Landmulla from
one
Jet.
more
One
location.
cycle.
Check. And what is just a piece of heart from Landmulla and the green pendant.
Now, because we haven't seen the Desert Small Key yet, this killing this boss is actually still out of the logic because of that ability to steal the key like Oyster did.
Right.
But
So Mire
that key could be hanging around.
Mire area is gonna have the answer.
Yeah, I think we have narrowed it down to this now. What do you think it's going to be?
Fire Rod forced them to go back up to T-Rock. Check the 2 chests on the right side.
Alright. I like the way you think. Ice Rod!
Okay. Close, but just a slightly different color. I was really excited for a second.
If we do get the Fire Rod now, as we predicted, then that T-Rock visit will be a lot more enticing.
So Oyster chose to use the key, the small key, to enter the maze, rather than doing the hammer jump.
This is good, though. Saving the key on the front door, doing this without the hammer jump, because this will get the Eastern map. And by map, I mean big key. Not that there was any progression there, but it's still good to get that done while you're over here. This looks like Bombos is the medallion for Mire, so Jet will be heading in there now.
8 item locations to check, though one of them is going to be fairly annoying without access to the Fire Rod.
That's right. But with the lamp, you can't.
You can do it at least, but it's just so annoying.
It is. Just to let you know what's going on if you just joined us, Sirheavens unfortunately did have a crash, and we won't be seeing any more updates on his side of the stream, but we're still watching our 3 racers slog through this sea.
So Oyster should be getting the sword soon.
Yes.
An hour and 10 minutes in. Oh man, that's so
Goodness.
rough.
I would also like to point out that nobody has a crystal yet.
You're right. Yeah, nobody has a crystal. Just 2 pendants for Jet.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
We do know Misery Mire is a crystal. So there we go.
Oyster's
Mire.
Bombosing the sword chest.
Hey, you know, he finally got a sword to be able to use medallions, so might as well show it off right there.
There you go. You know, I talked to Oyster a little bit before this race, and his words were, in the previous tournament, I had a lot of fun playing around, bombing chests, using bombos when I found the flute, things like that, and I won't be doing that today, but you can't deny your true nature. You have to express yourself when you find a sword an hour 10-ish in, and I salute that.
Yeah, and making the same play that Jet did, just mirroring out, heading into Eastern Palace while you can.
Oh, and Jet picked up the butter sword at some point there in Mire.
Okay, alright, butter sword and Mire. Or was it in the mirror cave, checkerboard cave?
I think he just got it.
I was just like so enthralled with the way Oyster is expressing his rage that I can't look away.
So Oyster's making good progress now. Despite the fact that Carol was... I mean, they're not racing each other, but nonetheless. Despite the fact that Carol was in quad a lot earlier, the miss on the hammer and lamp on the right side there, maybe just forgetting about the bow chest, is costing a lot, and they'll eventually have to make their way back there.
So Sigma, Mire has the answer as far as our next progression item goes. What's it going to be? Are we going to find like a key leading them back somewhere else, or maybe that fire rod?
I'm thinking, I like to agree with you here. I think the fire rod's going to show up. Now, the unfortunate thing about that is no Turtle Rock Big Key. A really
still have
nasty...
Skullwoods. The second half of Skullwoods. There's 2 items there that can be checked.
That would definitely be a good play. A really nasty troll would be...
Fire rod, yes!
Fire rod.
All right.
Nice call. But now, if that Turtle Rock Big Key is in the Fire Rod chest in Turtle Rock, that'll be a...
No.
You won't want to go back for that. But that said, Jet's checked so much stuff at this point. There aren't that many options left, so...
I really like this. Sorry. From TheLostCarol here, instead of going the north side, you can take this often unheard of routes, or barely known routes, of swimming in Lake Hylia, going up this little ramp here, bypassing the hammer pegs.
That's right. And looks like a hobo check at the same time. Did you not do this yet? Maybe not. But
so long ago, I don't recall.
Sure. Yeah. There's your bombs.
Alright.
Yeah, you can have one back. Oh no!
One more item location in Misery Mire for Jet. If it's not a big key somewhere important. I think Fire Rod gives us 2 chests in Skullwoods and 2 chests in T-Rock.
Yeah. Skullwoods will for sure be the play first.
Definitely.
And then over to T-Rock after, perhaps.
I still can't believe how late the first crystal is going to be in this seed.
Yeah, you normally see dungeon completions get delayed for quite a while, but over an hour before the first dungeon is done is rare even by Keysanity standards.
Look at the silver arrows just destroying all these little eyeballs here.
Beautiful. no lightning at all, and here's going to be 2 quick arrows to the big eyeball, and it's down. Great boss fight.
What's it gonna be? A piece of heart. Okay, Skull Woods or Turtle Rock.
Carol's back in pod. This
Yeah.
is good news. But
Please-
not going to the right
go
side
right
just
side.
yet.
Oh, gonna attempt the hammer jump again.
Alright. See how this goes.
Oh, okay. No.
A little too
Couple-
high.
A couple sprite positions south. Carol, I know you can't hear us.
Yeah, this trick is very valuable in Keysanity, but improvising it is not easy, as you can see here. Because there's only, as far as I know, a specific pixel for the bomb to go and a specific pixel for Link to be in vertically for it to work.
Does Carol not realize that the bow gives him access to the right side?
That could be, but being here, maybe it'll click, perhaps. I really hope that he doesn't maybe die or even get the hammer jump and leave after getting the EP big key and not come back to that right side, because that's critical to get the hammer and the lamp over there.
It looks like TheLostCarol doesn't know like the exact setup, and gonna take a death warp, go back to the beginning. So this is the moment of truth. Does Carol go out, try to think of some place he's forgotten? Which I'm pretty sure he's gotten everything.
Yeah, he's been very thorough.
Okay. No,
Push the
Carol, right
statue.
side.
Oh no!
Push the statue.
I think we're gonna see more hammer jump attempts.
Yeah, going for the health refill.
Now we've got Jet in Skull, gonna show us a couple new items here. We'll see Mothula first, and then likely the chest in the back, and then probably a pedestal check. I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
What have you got to lose at this point? You already have 2 pendants.
Might as well. I almost want to see something on the pedestal when you've already got 2.
Yeah, because when nothing turns out to be in Skull Woods, you really don't want to head back up to Turtle Rock, even though that's it. Okay, TheLostCarol still going at it.
Jet's had very nice boss fights so far, and already gotten 2 good hits on Mothula, and I think a Fire Rod. But Moth is not cooperating, just hanging out on the spikes where it's invincible.
This boss, there we go. Mothula down.
That was very nicely played. Not good RNG, but good execution.
Bombs. Is it really going to be the right side of Turtle Rock? I was
hope
half
not,
joking
but
when I said that, but that is so cruel.
we still have one last
There's
hope.
one more chest. Okay, TheLostCarol taking another death. Is this another death warp to refill hearts, or
I
still going
have
up the
hope
middle?
as long as they stay in pod. I hope that they realize the right side is available, and every time we pass through the arena, and we can see the chest to the right that has the hammer in it.
It's right there.
It's
That
right
hammer
there.
is there. Come on, Carol.
We won't see it this time, but I'm hoping soon.
It's bombs. T-Rock.
Oh,
Is there? Okay, I'm trying to think. I don't want to call T-Rock yet.
we're gonna see the pedestal.
Is there anything
first.
else? Is there anything at all that the Fire Rod unlocks other than the right side of T-Rock?
Ice Palace.
Oh
We
yeah,
never
Ice
did the
Palace.
Ice Palace.
Duh.
Oh
We
my
completely
God.
forgot about it.
Alright, looks like there's a compass
Ice
on the
Palace.
pedestal, so the pedestal dream's dead now. So here we were all getting excited about the T-Rock triple dip, but it's gonna be ice, and I guess
Turn in the green pendant. That's right. It could be Sasha.
could be going back to pod. Maybe Jet has another pod key. The tracker says 4, and I think he only had 2 or maybe 3 when he was there the first time.
It
So
was
finishing
2.
up pod for the crystal makes a
was
lot of
2.
sense.
I got too excited in the dream. Forgot about an entire dungeon.
Okay, TheLostCarol has.
Oh, did he already turn in the green pendant? I don't recall.
I
He
don't.
must have.
But maybe yes.
Actually,
maybe-
no,
maybe
no.
just got a
Desert
Mire
Palace was
after
after Eastern
pod?
Palace.
and then go do it? I don't know. Anyways, Carol's switched gears and is now going through the basement. Unfortunately, this is dark, and you need a small key to get through this room. No, the save and quit.
Carol.
Oh no. What has Carol not done other than? I mean, he clearly doesn't remember to go to the right side of pod.
Small key to Ice Palace.
He's got to be scratching his head. That's where we go next, I suppose.
Yeah, with one small key in hand, Jet can either kill the boss, or grab the... Sorry, Jet can kill the boss or grab the chest in the back.
I'm guessing since this is a crystal, he's going for the Helmasaur kill.
Is it a crystal?
I think so, right?
It's a pendant on our tracker here.
No, that's a 5/6 crystal.
Oh, okay. I'm an idiot. Carry on.
It's hard to tell with the 4 trackers. It's a little small. But yeah, Jet. I like the way he's played pod in general. Despite having the bow burning a key anyways, and saying Harmless Hellway and Villanelle Big Key Chest are of no interest to me. The logic will give me 6 keys before those are relevant anyways, so I'll just leave them aside so that I don't have to fight those mimics over and over again.
Okay, so Carol heading into Lost Woods.
Could see our second pedestal check here.
Oyster potentially making the play on Swamp. That appears to be where he is headed.
Yes, and now with the hammer, he can get the progression here, which was the flute, if I recall correctly.
That is correct, the flute, and that will lead him over to Mire and the fire rod. And ice rod, for that matter.
There goes Helmasaur. I blinked and it was dead. And what do we get?
It's a compass. Ice Palace.
All
or
signs
the 2
point
chests
to
at Turtle
ice.
Rock. I'm still holding out hope that it's up there.
Well, even if it is, he's gonna do ice first, unless
Yeah.
the cruelest twist of fate at the
Oh,
present
I know
moment.
where you're going.
Ice Palace Big Key is up in Turtle Rock, right side.
Oh my god.
Turtle Rock Big Key is in Ice Palace in the big chest.
No.
I hope that doesn't
I'm
happen.
stopping you right there.
Okay,
That
I'm
is
sorry.
too much. We still have the Astralic Green Pendant here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. I forgot that this was still needing to be checked. When does this guy ever have something good, though? Oh, a mushroom. Go fetch.
Well, I'd turn in that mushroom before heading into Ice Palace, so...
Yeah. It's nice when you have the flute to just instantly do the mushroom, because it will never get any faster, so you might as well just do it, because it might speed you up somewhere else.
Okay, look at this. LostCarol going into Ice Palace. Gonna be the first one to give it a check. With Bombos.
Oh,
This is
that's
clear.
right.
See, we keep forgetting about Ice Palace, Sigma. What
Yeah.
is wrong with us?
I lost it, man. I've lost it. Now, the bad news for LostCarol is that we know where the hammer is, so that limits what they can do in ice. And there will never be a clean way to get back to pod other than walking through the North Third World again. So it will have to happen eventually. But
No,
in the
Carol
meantime,
can... Oh, wait, no, that's right.
you
After
can do a
leaving
bit.
Ice Palace,
Can't
yeah.
do the right side.
No, yeah,
Oyster is now quaking the loot chest. I hope that half magic shows up soon, so that he has more ability to mess with his stuff. And is ditching. Forget left side swamp. He's got the flute, and he's out of there. Which is a good choice in this case, because I don't think left side swamp had anything.
I don't think there's anything there, yeah. No, I do hope Oyster gets half magic because I can't wait to see what he has in store for us at the validation chest.
Oh man, that thing is gonna get toasted. Alright, so Jet was checking this and that. Maybe that was magic bat or something. I'm not quite sure. Maybe, oh, hammer pegs, perhaps. Actually. Didn't have anything, though.
You know, maybe, I hope, another pod key is in Ice Palace, so when Carol picks that up...
Oh, yeah, that could be the thing that we need.
Yeah, because he could think that a small key is required to go through a door to hit those 2 chests on the right side.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm hoping for a pod key here. And we haven't seen any pod keys, although I guess the Eastern... whatchamacallit. The Eastern Big Key didn't actually gate anything, so we might not see those pod keys for a while.
Alright, Carol gets to be the trailblazer here.
Yep.
Yeah, though unfortunately, without the hammer, you cannot get to Cold Stare, and there's a few chests on the right side that you will not be able to grab.
Yeah, but still a decent amount of stuff to check. There are a lot of pod keys in the world. So
did you see that 6 spin around the spikes there? That was pretty awesome.
Spinorama.
Yeah.
Ooh, Carol very low on health here, and the only bottle was, I think, Death Mountain, so...
Yeah, that's right. There is a heart here.
Okay,
on,
good.
Grab it. Okay, good.
The heart.
Oh,
Nice.
some safety.
I expect we're going to see a bomb jump out of Jet. Without the Ice Palace Big Key, this bomb jump is a big time saver.
Oh, and I like this from Carol. Getting the...
We'll get them nice and close for bombosing, though.
Dude, optimal position
Just
to grab
watch them
all the
burn.
hearts that are going to drop.
Yeah, look at these drops.
Darn,
well,
no hearts. Darn.
Oh gosh,
Oh, no,
Jet got the bomb jump and then the fire bar knocked off immediately.
There we go. Oyster activating the flute. We'll likely see him head over to Mire immediately after this, given that he's checked practically everything else already.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what we're gonna see. Carol now entering the freezer room. This is going to be one chest here. Getting them both out, and there's the bombos.
I think there's 2 more chests after that.
Yeah, we can get iced tea. And is there anything else? I'm not sure. Now we get to see the right side from Jet, since he's got the hammer.
Oh, that'd be so unfortunate if a pod key is here. Locked by hammer. It's a big key.
Big key.
To Thieves Town.
That's a good one. And they have the small key already.
Yep.
Oh
so
boy,
that's-
Carol is low.
No.
Oh no!
Oh, Carol. Oh no.
Oh,
A
man.
death in Ice Palace is really, really tough because it sends you all the way back. And with such little
very
magic,
low magic.
yeah,
Ah,
not enough to cast
you
bombos,
can't
and you
cast
have to
bomb.
head out.
That was only 2 rooms away from the last chest accessible too.
Yeah, he was so close to grabbing that fairy too.
Yeah, barely missed the powder on that anti-fairy. Okay, so save and quit. Might opt to get more magic and go back there. I mean, he hasn't got many other options in his eyes. Or we might see something different, I'm not sure.
I think, from Carol's point of view, yeah, the Ice Palace has to be it. But let's see.
Picking
Has
up
Carol
rock.
been up to Aga Tower yet?
I am not sure. Hey, magic drop from the guard. Nice.
Nice. I think that's enough to cast Bombos once.
Right, and only 1 cast is necessary to get to Iced Tea because they don't have to kill the freezers in the room above the big chest. Right, so we'll see what Iced Tea as Jet is getting there now.
Yeah, so a little bit more has been opened to us. Now, the remaining items in Ice Palace, of course. Still those 2 chests, This is pod
He is a
key.
pod key.
Okay, good.
This is really good.
That's really good for Carol. This could be the sign to head back to pod and check that right side. I mean, obviously Carol knows about that chest. He took a bomb to break open the wall. And I'm thinking it's just got to be the idea that a small key is required to open up a door there.
Yeah. So we will be in motion, but we need maybe another couple magic drops first. We're farming enemies, and they will drop magic eventually. Maybe swimming in now? Alright.
Okay, there we go. So Carol just needs to make his way to the iced tea chest, and that could be the sign to break him out of the rut. You know, and I'm also sure, you know, after this race, that's something Carol will never forget again, is that you can go check those 2 chests.
That's how it goes in Rando. You make a mistake, and then you learn from it. Jet annihilating Cold Stare there.
The Butter Sword. Just giving him a red rupee.
Oh man. So is it the T-Rock? Is it T-Rock time after all?
No. Thieves Town
Oh, that's right.
appears to be the play.
We did get that. Shucks.
Not only is it Crystal 5-6, but there's quite a bit of items there, and it's easy to get back to with the flute.
I'm just really eager for those chests to be something, but I think the dream is dying.
It's dying fast.
Yeah.
Still looking for that GT big key though.
That has not been seen yet. And the T-Rock big key. We know T-Rock's a crystal, but the big key has not shown itself. The hook shot has also not shown itself, and Swamp, I believe, is also a crystal? Or is it? Hang on. I can't read the tracker. We still don't know.
Swamp? we still don't know. It's either Tower of Hair or Swamp Palace as the last pendant. But you still need hookshot regardless in order to go through GT, unless you can hover. We have had a pedestal check. The pedestal wasn't anything good. Was it a compass? I can't recall.
Yeah, it was a compass, I think.
Alright, so some new ground for Jet.
Oyster's making steady progress now, after getting through this terrible bottleneck that the seed put on them, having to get a near vanilla hammer over in pod.
Yeah. I don't wish that upon anybody. I mean, really, really rough, like this being... I know Carol's first tournament race, and probably like first randomizer stuff in a while, maybe even Keysanity, but... And Oyster is also fairly new.
Yeah, Oyster played in the last randomizer tournament, but that is not Keysanity.
Keysanity is a whole different animal.
Man, this seed's really mean.
Okay, first item back to Thieves Town, just arrows, or an arrow upgrade, one or the other. 3 more locations to check. And if it's not here, then we got a 50-50 shot between Turtle Rock and Pyramid Fairy. But it seems pretty likely that it's not going to be right side Turtle Rock, as much as I hope it to be.
Trying to think of this seed has at least been a little kind to them in the sense that they don't have to do any of the revisits for the annoying one-off chests. They had the Swamp Big Key when they entered. The Thieves Town Small Key, we're going to see it get used now. This chest is horrible to have to come back for, but checking it on the way is nice and convenient.
Red rupee.
Looks like the penguins in the lineup room were a little bit more kind. Oh, and with an Ice Palace key now, Carol can check one more chest over here.
Alright. Carol gonna find out all this stuff up here is hammer locked. So that's 2 items, iced tea, and whatever was right here. I can't remember. I don't remember it being good.
I don't think this was anything. We know iced tea is a pod key though, so that's the hope.
Bombing the fake crack in the wall.
Just letting it know what's what.
And in all the excitement, I completely missed what was hiding out in Blind's chest. What was that?
I do not know. But I don't think it was anything of super import. Or maybe we'll get somebody to tell us.
Is
There
the
goes
answer going to
Blind.
be off of Blind? It's a big key!
Big key.
To Turtle Rock!
I think
There
the
we
dream's
go.
dead, man.
Turtle Rock can now be full cleared.
And now it's not painful to go back to those two chests.
Yeah.
Oh no, Carol got eaten by a penguin.
I think that was an intentional death, though. Because no, I'm sorry, no. Because once you go into the hookshot room, you're locked in there. You can't get out. At least I thought, unless there's a way to open it that I'm not aware of. Yeah, and Jet, I like this. Has Crystal 5 and 6. Gonna hit up the Pyramid Fairy. Maybe get the hookshot in there. Still looking for that. Because if the hookshot is off of Pyramid Fairy, that's gonna avoid another climb up Death Mountain.
That's true. It would be nice to be able to finish up Swamp with that hookshot. Although, we're still in the dark as to whether Swamp or Hera is the last pendant.
Right. No, probably hoping that Tower of Hera is a pendant, because still lacking that big key. That's one less item for Go mode, if it turns out to be a pendant. But we may not have that information for quite a while. So
Might
Carol
not find
gonna
out until they
attempt.
kill one of the bosses.
Carol gonna attempt the blind Death Mountain climb.
Okay.
An Oyster finishing up Mire. Man, the silver arrows are so nice. With that fire rod in hand, probably gonna head out to Skull Woods.
Yeah, I think we'll see Oyster trace the path that Jet took. Jet getting a second bottle.
It's a small key to Skull Woods.
Well, at least we got a B, right? That's something. You have a friend to take on your journey.
It's something. You can turn it into the bottle vendor for 100 rupees. I don't think they need any more. So I have a question of what is Carol missing? So the right side of Pod that you require the bow to go through has the hammer and the lamp, unfortunately. No, Carol makes it through.
Nice.
And with the Cane of Samaria, Titan's Mitt, and the necessary medallions can... Actually, no, I keep forgetting hammer. You need the hammer to get over there.
Oh, you're right. Goodness. And no hookshot. East Death Mountain is locked off, so it's just Spectacle Rock area and the start of Hera.
Yeah, so Jet going the only place left, Turtle Rock. So that means either the hookshot or the Tower of Hera Big Key, or both, are here in Turtle Rock.
Indeed.
I'm secretly hoping now for the Tower of Hera Big Key, because that means they will have all 7 crystals, but still no hookshot to make it past Troll Dorm 2.
You really have no mercy, do you?
No.
The good news at this point is even if that happens to them, the hookshot can't be in Swamp. We've already seen all of the... Could be in GT Basement, though.
Could be.
So while we have a moment, I just want to give another shout out to our trackers who've been doing an excellent job. We had Voidborn Beast soloing the double race tracking at the start, and then we had Walther stepping in to help out, so great job from these guys. They've been doing a spectacular job.
Of course, without the hookshot, Jet has to take his time, going around the long way.
Good job remembering to do that. Half the time when I go in here without the hookshot, I forget and I start fire rodding the things, and then I watch
Small
the
key to Skull Woods, and a small key To pot!
Alright. Well, hopefully those one-off chests in pod are not relevant.
Yeah. So
It does
maybe
have
we're
enough
gonna
keys to
see.
check them all now, but you don't want to go back there.
Maybe we're gonna see the GT big key in GT. We'll be able to play the game potentially.
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty likely at this point as well. I remember looking at it, and the chance, I believe, was better than 10% that the GT big key is in GT, on any given seed. Once you've gotten down to this point, it feels like a pretty safe bet that it's actually sitting there. Of course, I think we'll see Jet be thorough. He's been very thorough throughout the seed, clearing everything as it was available to him, not skipping stuff, which makes a lot of sense. It's a good way to play Keysanity. So I'm guessing the full overworld clear will be done before entering GT, when there's not much left to check anyways.
And Oyster headed back into pod, and we got one of those one-off chests. Just a piece of art.
Okay.
We already know the big key chest was nothing.
Alright, so just harmless Hellway then. He's going to use the last key to go kill Helmasaur. Compass of Hera in the big chest of Turtle Rock.
Of course, Jet had already cleared most of this on the first visit to T-Rock.
Yeah, he gets to walk through. We'll see a couple new chests here. Another heart. Is that what, 16 hearts now? That tells you how much has been checked.
Yeah, so there's 5 more items inside Turtle Rock here. The 4 on the laser bridge, plus Trinex. One of them has to be progression.
Or we've missed something. But I think it has to be progression.
So is it going to be the Tower of Hera big key, the hook shot, or both?
I think it's going to be the hook shot. I'm going to have a little bit of mercy.
Or the Ice Palace big key.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, we got a small key to Hyrule Castle. That's the second
walk through the
chest
escape
on
now.
Wait, no, okay, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
That's the big key.
Oh no! Get something else,
What have I
please.
done? What have
No,
I done?
man, don't do this to them. They've suffered enough.
There's still 2 items. There's still 2 items.
Oh,
It's the arrows. No.
no.
Trinex. Oh no.
Oh no. The good news is, if it is true that ice revisit's required, at least Jet will know immediately. There's nothing else.
Literally nothing else. I wonder what's going through his mind right now. It's 50-50, right? At least. But the Ice Palace big key being there seems to weight it more towards Ice Palace. But don't listen to me, I have no clue how most of the logic actually works.
And Jet ripping Trinex apart here. Just one attack from the head. The nice dash behind and tear him up with the butter sword. Jet's bosses have been really well executed throughout.
Alright, what's it gonna be? Is it here, or is it Ice Palace?
What is it?
Oh man. Oh man.
The suspense! It's a big key!
To Tower of Hera!
Oh man.
Potentially saved. So if Tower of Hera is the last crystal, Jet's probably just gonna head straight into Ganon's tower and hope the big key is in there. If Tower of Hera has nothing, it's Ice Palace.
Goodness. Now the really horrible thing would be if the Ice Palace big key actually leads to the hook shot, and you go into GT without it. But
hook shot being the go mode item.
I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
I didn't think to ask this in the pre-race interview. I didn't think it'd come up, man.
I guess now that's a question we now have to ask. in case this situation arises. So if hookshot's not found, Tower of Hera is the crystal, and they get the big key. We'll find out pretty fast if Jet goes through the gauntlet without the hookshot, he's gonna hover it. And Carol appears to be heading back towards pod.
Oh man, with the extra pod key from Ice. Wait, did they... He got it right? I'm not sure.
I don't think so. Remember, Carol took a death.
You're right, the penguin. Those darn penguins.
Okay, 2 items left in Hera. It's a map! 1 item left in Hera. It's the map to Hera.
Why do you do this to us?
So not out of the woods on heading to Ice Palace yet. Okay, here we go. All eyes on TheLostCarol here. Right side? No!
Push the statue.
Push the statue.
I think it's more bomb jump attempts.
Okay, here we go. All eyes on Jet now. Is Ice Palace required?
Got a piece of heart.
Is it a crystal?
It's
a crystal.
So
The
you can go into
GT
GT
play.
without the hookshot or the GT big key.
Oh.
I think you gotta go, right? Like
You're
it's
already
only
up
the
here,
Ice
you
Palace
do it.
Big chest. I would definitely go in.
And the portal's right there.
Yeah.
This is...
It's way more likely that the thing is up here.
Oh, the hookshot in GT. But this does make things even worse if hookshot is in here and not the GT big key.
Oh, man.
But, you know, okay, no, it's time. Pick a number between 0 and 22. 22 if you think it's in here, 0 if you think it's not in here. Where is the GT big key?
You also get points if you guess the location of the hookshot correctly on your number.
Yeah, we could play that too. I'm gonna go with 0. And that it's somewhere else.
Hookshot in chest 8.
Hookshot chest 8?
Yes.
Alright, Carol taking another death. Still has bombs. This will give him a heart refill. Will he opt to continue on? Nice bomb strats on the penguins there for Oyster. Small key to Castle Tower. That unlocks the second chest in Castle Tower.
Desert small key.
Hookshot. There it is.
In chest 6, I was close.
Very close. Swamp Palace on the table now. Is the GT big key here? Still quite a few items to check. That's all that is holding Jet from go mode. Almost has a full inventory.
Yeah, what's left? The red meringue that was in race game. Skipped completely. And 2 more hearts.
Alright, red rupee.
Half
magic. Nice, nice.
Well, Oyster will probably find half magic.
Another bee in a bottle. Is that 3 bees in the bottle?
I think so. I think they've all been bees so far.
I hope we see like all this unleashed on Ganon if we ever make it there.
I'm gonna be really interested to see how Oyster deals with
with the hookshot location. Oh, I'm so looking forward to that.
Man.
Okay, Carol back out of pod.
Moving back in though.
Going into Eastern Palace.
Oh, right. This one.
That did not pick up the big key. Saving it. No.
Oh,
Carol.
That's rough. There might still be some locations out there to check, but we do know that the left side of pod is, or the right side of pod is the answer.
Oyster getting that pod small key. So we just need to hope Carol heads back into Ice Palace now. Get that Oyster bombing the pod key. He knows he has access to one more chest now in pod. Okay, attention back on Jet. 4 more chests here. Rupees, rupees, piece of heart. Money.
More money.
Six more locations.
Now the question I have to ask you here, would you do Tile Room if you were Jet?
Yes.
I tend to agree.
Without a doubt.
You know, it's always funny. We didn't get it here, but... Or, no, wait, actually, this is the pendant music, isn't it? GT with pendant.
Yes.
It's so weird.
You've been playing too much Keysanity, Sigma, where you no longer recognize the crystal and pendant music.
I don't even hear sounds correctly anymore.
Okay.
What do we
Near
got?
default GT big key? Is that
It's
it's the default
What?
GT big key. Unbelievable.
My gosh, dude. What chest
Is this even randomized? That was chest number 18, I believe.
Yes, you're right. I've got the compass of GT to help me count. Oh man.
That
And you have to do right side too to get the hook shot. It doesn't matter if you go left or right, you need both.
yeah, we know a common phrase in the randomizer community is you never expect an item to be in its default location. And that goes double in Keysanity, especially with GT Big Key having literally hundreds of possible options, and it turns up there. Oh.
Yeah. Oh right, so with that, I guess we got go mode finally.
Yep, go mode in GT after near full clear of the basement.
I have to say, in spite of this seed's best efforts, Jet tore this one up. He's going to likely sub to this, and this was by no means a nice Keysanity seed.
And I'm really scared if I have to go up against Jet.
Oh, it's gonna be spooky, man. Fortunately, plebs like us will be in the 01 next week, so...
Alright, so Carol... maybe heading back into Swamp Palace?
3 shots, and there goes Landmo 2 for Jet. See you later.
I thought I saw Carol already head into Swamp Palace once before. I could be mistaken.
I think you're right. I think it was already checked, and there's nothing still accessible, but at this point, I mean, you're doubting what you're able to do, or what you have done already, because, you know, clearly, the one thing they have to do is out of their mind, and you have to just backtrack at that point. You don't have another option. It's a really tough position to play in, and we've all been in it when we were learning rando, so...
Alright, yeah, so really quick, attention down to Oyster's screen here. You're going to take on Cold Stare with just the Master Sword. Likely get a couple Fire Rod shots in with the remaining magic, see how he takes care of them.
Yeah. Has a lot of health, so this is good, but the body hits from Cold Stare do a lot of damage, so...
Yeah, it's terrifying. That's
Can we
why
go
the
for the
game puts
hammer?
Blue Mail in here. Oh,
Nice.
hammer, I like it.
Getting some good hits off right away. This does double the damage of the Master Sword, so it's a lot faster than having to charge up spins, but the hammer hitbox is tough to use, and as you can see, some of those hugs from the puffballs aren't so friendly. And no recovery items. This is getting a little spooky. Ah!
Oh no! Oyster! No fairy either, that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Jet skips the chest, doesn't want to waste any time.
Gets to dash through this room.
Aga 2 for Jet. It's been a long journey, but finally nearing the end.
1. Timing on that wasn't good to get a double off. Got hit by one of them.
19 hearts for Jet. That's a lot of hearts.
Triples.
Oh, and a nice
Very
triple.
nice.
And look at this, LostCarol back in Ice Palace unfortunately does not have enough magic.
Oh no.
It's good, but he's ruled out the other possibilities. So hopefully we'll just see him go grab a refill and back into Ice Palace. Get that pod small key to lead him over to pod. After making a pit stop, Oyster heading back into Ice Palace for round 2 versus Cold Stare. Jet dropping into the Ganon fight.
Is it the vanilla Ganon text? To go with the vanilla big key?
Did he say on guard? He did not. So I believe he says something like on guard as the last word.
You might be right. Unfortunately, I don't run
It's
into
been so
these,
long
so I have
since
no
I
idea.
played, yeah, Butter Sword just making this fight super fast. And with Silver is going to have absolutely no issue here. Phases 3 and 4. There's shot number 1. Oop. Okay.
Up for a double.
Scared a little bit there. It's always scary when you're lighting the torches and you know Ganon's right on top of you.
Yeah.
One more hit to go.
Plays it safe and dodges the bat. Good job. And this will pretty much do it for Jet. Nice.
There it is. Ganon down. A sub 2 hour in this seed is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was well played. That seed was not nice. As Jet
And
says,
Carol got a single magic drop. Now knows he has enough to cast Bombos in the first room.
here we go. As Jet lets us know with his SRL comment. Why? Keysanity.
Yeah. Officially finishing in first place with a time, SRL time of 1:56:58. And I would like to get him in here to talk about it.
Yeah, it looks like he'll be joining us soon. I'd like to see what the amount of items checked was. This is probably close to 200 with the amount he checked in GT.
Yeah, GT Basement. Really, the only things missing were a couple one-offs, like Pedestal, the Ice Palace, Big Chest, and the second half of Swamp. Yeah, this is going to be a high number. Jet, welcome. How are you feeling about that race?
Dude,
Or seed?
what the heck was that? Hookshot in GT. And of course the big key in GT. I was really worried, but honestly, when I found Hookshot there, I'm like, okay, that unlocks, the last half of Swamp plus the 3 in Hookshot Cave. I'm like, if it's not in GT, I have these other places to check. And Hookshot Cave would have been a really quick check anyway.
Oh yeah, I forgot you could check Hookshot Cave with that. So
Yeah, I can't
I
hover.
want to ask you this really quick. So, as you headed into Turtle Rock, there wasn't much left to check. And we saw the Ice Palace big key on the laser bridge. How were you feeling when you saw that?
Well, so it had to be somewhere, number one. Because it's a crystal, before getting into GT, it had to be somewhere. I was worried that the big chest, had GT big key or hookshot. So there were 2 places in particular that I skipped. One chest in pod, and of course the big chest in ice. So the whole time, I'm thinking in the back of my head, if it's not in T-Rock, I gotta go to these places. And then of course I got the Hera key, so I'm like, if it's not in Hera, gotta go to to ice or pod. Like, in the back of my mind, just the whole time, I'm like, I'm worried that that's the thing. But found the big key. But at the same time, I'm thinking, if you get the big key for ice, then it's like, okay, it's required by logic. Maybe there's nothing in the big chest. Same thing with all the small keys for pod, which I believe are required by logic when it's a crystal dungeon.
Yep,
so I'm like, I'm not
6.
too worried that I skipped those chests. I'm like, it's probably just for completion, and I'm just gonna get something of worth in GT.
Yeah, we were also pretty worried, finding the hookshot first. It really did bring into question, was the GT big key, second half of Swamp beyond the hookshot area?
Yeah.
And thankfully, it ended up being in its default location. Surprise, surprise.
I know, vanilla. What is this? I mean, I was ready to just continue on the right-hand side, but I got hookshot. I'm like, okay, cool. I can do the left-hand side. Ton of chests to get. Like, it's just it was sort of like a standard GT for like open or standard mode. It was like the same thing, even though this was Keysanity.
Really quick, I like this sync up. Both Oyster and Carol are performing the bomb jump in Ice Palace at the same time, despite all of these runners have been through.
It's a shame what happened to Sirheavens.
Yeah.
That's
technical
really rough.
issues are just bound to happen eventually. Just got to deal with them, unfortunately. But we hope we see Sirheavens bounce back later on.
The only bright side for him is he didn't have to play the seed.
That's right. Oh my gosh! Like every time I do a Keysanity seed, it always manages to surprise me. Like last night, I was doing a practice seed, and it was just this ridiculous linear seed. But because I did some kind of small key skip for Turtle Rock, like I was able to finish. But everyone else like needed a small key. It was just weird, and like this one was weird. This one was really weird.
Having to walk across North Dark World to get to pod is never fun.
But talk about a convenient place for the hammer to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not convenient being where it was, but then knowing it's in there and then it being where it ended up being was actually kind of nice.
I mean, I don't like going into pod with only one small key, and you see, I sort of screwed up doing the skip anyway. So I was hoping that wouldn't come back and bug me, but like, yeah, I just felt like that was the only dungeon I could do at that point. So I'm like, let's just go. There's a bunch of things we can get. At least I had bow to check the right-hand side, so it wasn't. It led to hammer. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I don't think you had very much left at that point when you took the walk over to pod at all.
There were a few times when I basically ran out of things to do except for what I was currently doing. So I think pod, and of course near the end, I pretty much did everything in the overworld. It was really just where the heck is that hookshot? Back in my mind, I'm thinking, did I skip something? Is there something I missed? Because it's hookshot. How the heck did I not get it yet?
Seriously.
And plus, you had to go into swamp just to get flute.
Yeah.
So like, it required you to go into the first half without hookshot. At least it gave you the swamp small key early, so I didn't have to like gamble on the first chest.
Oh yeah. Could have had to go in there for something out of that, then come back for the flute. And then, oh goodness. We did see our other two runners go into swamp without the hammer to find nothing and bomb some chests and then leave.
I really did think about doing that. I mean, I had a couple other locations, but I was running out, and I'm like, I might have to go check 2 chests. But
It is at
thankfully,
least
I got
nice.
hammer.
We're not playing V27 with the 10% vanilla swamp small key.
Oh yeah.
But now we have the 0.4% vanilla GT big key.
Goodness.
Is it really 0.4%?
I don't know. I have no idea, but there's over 200 locations that the GT big key can be.
That's true.
But I'm sure it's weighted a little bit more heavily towards GT because you're going to have a ton of items possibly located like in the other dungeons just for progression's sake. But hey, I don't know when the GT big key gets placed in the logic, so maybe that gets placed first and then everything around that.
There's basically 5 locations in the game it can't be. And if
Right.
there's any other progression in those 5, then it, restricts other locations. Like if boots were late in GT.
I remember looking at the pickup stats for Keysanity when V28 came out, and I want to say it's something like 14 or 15% that the GT Big Key is somewhere in GT. Like the 22 chests are the 22 most likely locations for it across the world. I think,
so-
anyways. I'd have to go check it again to be sure.
So really quick, I'm going to bring this up. 178 item locations checked, and still a sub 2 menu time. Holy crap, Jet.
Wow.
Well, no, my menu was just 4, not sub 2. I wish it was sub 2.
Oh no, sorry. I'm looking at the total time for some reason and thinking that was menu time. What am I doing? This seed has destroyed my brain. I cannot think any longer.
I don't know. This was so long before we got like any real keys. I was getting small keys, but like my first 2 dungeons were pendants. I'm like, where the heck? There's the big key. There's no big keys. Where's the progression? I'm feeling way behind like this whole race, and somehow it's a sub 2 anyway. Like this is weird.
That was incredible. The way the seed was feeling to me, it was like, this is the 210, 220 seed for sure, but 156. And without doing your first crystal until 110.
I think I got
what
flute like an hour in, first crystal really late. It's like, what the heck? It's ready to play until like midnight. The way this seed was going.
Yeah, no, it started off pretty nice with as far as safety items go. Really, like the first actual weapon or any sort of item progression other than keys was pretty deep into the seed. You're like, blue mail
Yeah.
early, all these hearts. It's gonna be fine.
Kakariko had like nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just keys. Keys, hearts, and blue mail.
We
I
were
think the-
worried at the start that you might have to go fight the ball and chain guards in Aga Tower with just bombs, which Oyster actually did.
At
Yeah, I
least it
forget.
gave you a way to farm them with the tree, the bush
Oh,
crab.
there were bombs everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, early on, like 3 people went 3 different routes, and all just ran into a ton of bombs. We couldn't even keep track of our excitement because, like, oh, there's 8 bombs up here. There's 8 bombs from the tree crab. There's all these, like, random 50% bomb drops that people are getting. Everything was giving you bombs.
Well, it gave us a sword so late. And I see
Yeah, and even then-
TheLostCarol still has fighter sword.
Yeah, even then, like, so everybody got the fighter sword in pod,
Okay.
and that was technically a sequence break given the number of pod keys that were available at the time. Like, you had to get the hammer, go grab more pod keys in order for that chest to be anything.
Oh, because
So
it was
yeah,
in
it
the
was
back,
just a
wasn't it?
horrible place. Yeah, it was in the back. You need 3. I think it was in the rupee room, wasn't it? If
Okay,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
correctly, because Oyster did a very entertaining bombos or quake play there as soon as finding the sword.
So yeah, that basically required 3 small keys, and we
That's
only
right,
had 2
yeah.
at the time.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so to bring you up to speed on what happened to Carol, unfortunately, he forgot or didn't realize that you can do the right side of pod, the bow chests, without a small key, so he hasn't been over there to pick up the hammer and the lamp.
Oh,
He's been to pod a couple times, tried to hammer jump for a while, and couldn't get it.
Oyster. Oh man. Just Oyster's raging at literally everything. It's great. I hope we get to see him head up to GT because I just can't wait to see what he comes up with when he finds the hookshot and the GT big key in its original location.
Well, the good news is, as we were hoping earlier, it's very likely he'll get half magic over in right side GT, so we'll have extra magic to attack the big key chest.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like he's pretty well set. He just has to finish Turtle Rock. Does he have the Turtle Rock big key?
No, the Turtle Rock big key Was that in Thieves Town off of Blind?
I'm trying to
thought-
remember
I
where it
forget-
was now.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
didn't
forget
do these
exactly where it was. Yeah, Oyster still has to do Thieves Town.
yet. Okay.
Wait, no. He has a yeah, he does have the Thieves Town big key. Okay. But Carol is one room away from a pod small key. This could be it. Plenty of hearts. Come on, Carol. Come on, make it through.
Ice
Oh, this room is
physics.
so annoying.
Oh my
Oh, dude. So we've been hoping that Carol just thinks that he needs a small key to pod to go to that right side. And, this is it right here. Carol is going to get the small key to pod.
There it is.
There it is. Magic powdering, bombing the chest. But I think he knows that
Now
he
the
can
question
access.
is where is he going to use? Because this would be
Oh,
just
you're
horrible.
right.
But he
You're
might
right.
use it on the main, get the Eastern key, and then get nothing out of Eastern.
Oh, no.
And I really hope that that does not happen. I really hope that he goes to the right side and realizes, oh, I didn't need a key for this.
Well, at the very least, this is going to push Carol back to pod into the right area.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, lantern in pod. That hammer, lantern, sword. Jeez. This was
Yeah.
a goofy seed.
It
It was
pretty
so
silly.
goofy.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't have flute because you need to do swamp and
Yeah,
use
so
hammer to
Ca-
get it.
Yeah, so Carol can either go the north route or the south route. The north
Oh,
route
yeah.
with the only portal being up there, top of Kakariko. Probably going to do the north route. I mean, Carol's been over to pod, I think, 3 times now. So has to know his way around on how to access it.
Yeah. Getting practice on these awkward overworlds. Without the hammer, without the flute.
Yeah. Yeah, but Oyster is on a pretty straight path. We'd even say linear towards his conclusion to go mode. Because he's going to get the T-Rock big key in here, I think. I'm pretty sure it was in here.
I think Blind had it, I want to
Yeah.
say.
And that is a clear sign to head up to T-Rock, especially having everything you need to clear it. And then everything in there is just going to lead him to Tower of Hera and GT.
At least the seed has some mercy at the end. It felt scary, not knowing that the GT
Oh,
big
yeah.
and the hookshot were there, but now that we know, it's...
I was
So-
so scared once the Ice Palace big key was discovered.
And the Aga Tower key, oh.
Yeah, the Aga Tower small key.
And just think, the logic really wanted you to go to Turtle Rock to get that big key and then go back down the ice to finally
goodness.
beat it.
And we were also pretty scared when the Swamp Palace big key turned out to be in the lava room chest in Turtle Rock. It's like, oh man, is this one of the rare cases where that chest is actually needed?
I know. Well, we had so many small keys. For
Yeah,
Turtle
all 4
Rock.
of them.
So I'm like, might as well check it this time.
Yeah, that's we were talking about this before the race started. That's one chest you never check, unless you already have all 4 T-Rock small keys, which you did. Because it's just so punishing. That T-Rock small key, given like what's required to finish T-Rock, it could be all over the place in really, really terrible spots.
Oyster
Oh.
taking out Blind now. And it is a big key. This has got to be the T-Rock. It is.
Yeah,
There you
yeah, it
go.
is. Does have access to Pyramid Fairy. I'm not sure if he's checked that yet. But I believe, Jet, we saw you, after clearing Thieves Town, go check the Pyramid Fairy before heading up. Were you hoping to find the hook shot or like info on what your last
Yeah.
crystal was?
If it was hookshot, if it was basically anything I haven't checked yet. So Desert Small Key, maybe the Ice Palace Big Key, but I prefer not. I was preferring to find that as late as possible. It's just anything. I'm like, it's two things to check, and plus I thought I already gotten all the pod small keys, and I'm like, well, I got all the pod small keys, and of course these was the second Fat Fairy crystal, so I'm like, by logic, it could put
Oh.
anything in there. So let's check it real quick.
Carol doing the blind dark maze and pod.
The dark maze. The key was used up there. Haven't been
Yes.
to the right side yet.
Well, this is a sequence break for him.
Yep.
That's right.
Carol's been doing some like pretty crazy stuff trying to dig his way out of the position he is in. Very new runner, first tournament race. Like he tried to improv some bomb jumps over there. He's done the Ice Palace bomb jump, doing a whole bunch of dark rooms. I mean, this is quite the effort. I know I wasn't doing dark rooms this early.
Yeah.
Especially the dark maze.
Either.
And yeah, Oyster turning in that bomb for the Pyramid Fairy. But when he finds out nothing's there, only option, head up to T-Rock.
It does look to me like Carol's making progress through the darkness, though. It's like a bomb's placed on the big chest now.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really tell where he is.
He's on the right side of the room, and that's all I know.
And it appears he's killed all of the... Are they Dodongos?
Something like that.
Don't see any fire shooting around, so that's nice.
They're the Mario guys. They look like the enemy in Mario World.
Oh, you're right. Wait, are you talking about like the Triceratops thing? The mini boss?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like Carol took a wrong turn. He's sort of in the he's in a dead end portion of the maze. He's not all the way to the right. He just missed a turn to hit where the wall is.
Oh, an Oyster getting bodied by the guard, causing him to miss the duck. Thinking about it for a second, is there anything else I can do before making the T-Rock play? If I going through a checklist in his head, it's like, yeah, I've checked this, I've checked that, checked this. And he has concluded T-Rock is the option.
Yeah, he's narrowed it down to this.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Turtle Rock was a required double dip. Ice was technically a double dip. I think. Was there anything in ice?
Hey, Carol looks like he's on the far right side.
I can't remember. I think it was maybe just pod keys.
Oh,
in
okay,
ice,
breaking out the
probably a
mirror.
double dip by the
Moment of
wall.
truth. Going back through the front.
Oyster
Grabbing
picking up
some
some
bombs.
potions here.
Yeah, 2 bottles, no half magic, master sword. Not a bad play at all. Especially with the flute, really quick to take a pit stop there, fill up on some potions.
Nice time
Makes
to do it too.
Trinex much more doable.
He doesn't know it yet either, but he can stay on Death Mountain and finish the game. So there's not a better time to go get potions than right then.
Though conveniently for Oyster... Actually, no. Sorry, where were the other 2 swords? One of them was
one is in the Mire area.
Yeah, one was in Mire, and one was
Spike
in
Cave.
Spike Cave.
That's right, yeah.
Though Oyster's heading up like he's going to Spike Cave.
Well, you have
Oh,
to go
yeah.
that way because of no hook shot.
Oh yeah, no hook shot.
Oh, right.
Okay, never mind. So no, opting not to go to Spike Cave, can't blame him. It's such an out-of-the-way chest. And Carol heading back to the Dark Maze area. Picked up and farmed some bombs.
Oh man, he threw the bomb over on the right for that small chest. Maybe he mentally checked it off in his head that he didn't. I've done that before where it's like I thought I checked the chest and I really didn't.
I'm thinking, Carol was really
wait.
low on bombs.
Oyster already has the Master Sword, and you can see the Tempered Sword on the floating island.
Oh, that's right. That's where it
Passing
was.
by.
It wasn't Spike Cave. It was.
I think there was one in Spike Cave, though. Maybe that's the one you're...
Yeah, there is. Spike Cave somewhere in Mire area, and of course the Sky Loft over there.
Okay.
So this seed required you to double dip Turtle Rock, Thieves, Pod, and probably Hera. I can't remember if I got anything of worth inside of Hera, though. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't remember now. The first visit to Hera was a long time ago.
It was. As soon as I got the hammer, I'm like, Death Mountain, let's go. Lots of stuff. And then, of course, let's just go into Turtle Rock because I'm there. Might as well.
Yep.
I think that's when I got my first bottle.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
it
pretty
was.
late too. I don't remember. You must have. You probably checked Sikit at some point. I just forgot.
Yeah, it was not worth it. But it was so late, it really felt like it was going to be worth.
When the first bottle doesn't show up till who knows when, you're like, oh man.
And even coming into Turtle Rock with no hook shot, having to do the slow route around the fire rod room. I always forget too. Like I'll immediately go up top, like Oyster
Yeah,
just
exactly.
did.
This is exactly how
This
I
is
do
what
this.
I
room
do
when don't
all
have
the time.
shot. Oh, Magic's pretty low. I think he has enough to still do it.
Well, there's the full
having to
magic
get
you can
off.
do up there.
Yeah.
Takes 3 shots, provided you don't miss. Shot number 1, 2, and 3. He's through.
Oh no!
Oh, Oyster, please.
There's no way he's gonna make it.
No!
There's the full magic right there, though. He knows about it. You're good.
Oh no. Okay, he's gonna go this route again.
When do you ever do this room without the hook shot, honestly? It's hard to remember.
He needs to be careful and make sure Link doesn't get too dizzy there. Likely to fall off the platform. Oh, and Carol has made it out.
through.
Gets the Eastern Palace big key.
Don't save and quit.
Don't save it quit. Don't save it quit.
Okay, good.
Whew. Okay, so we'll dip into Eastern Palace, find nothing, and hopefully back into pod.
Hopefully. But he doesn't remember or think about those chests, I think. So this...
Right.
I don't think Eastern leads you anywhere astray,
It
though.
does not.
It's just like a Turtle Rock key or something, which you can't get to.
I mean, with how early the pendant dungeons were, I was ready to blind pull that pedestal. I was actually hoping I would get
Yeah,
So
we were
Oyster
still-
went over and bombed it for us.
When you have 2 pendants already done and no crystals, you might as well say, okay, give me a pedestal seat. I can get that easily.
Well, you would think, until you realize Swamp Palace is the last pendant.
We'll never know what that compass was for.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna get going. Thank you for commentating. And I do want to say, chat, to make sure you give our commentators and the other racers a follow. Thank you for commentating and inviting me for the interview.
Yep.
Thanks for stopping by, Jen. Thanks for giving us a good show. Congrats on your win. Good luck in your next race.
Thank you.
See you later, man.
Have fun with the rest of the race.
Well, we will.
Oyster dangerously low on hearts here.
Got that powder.
Oh, man, that was close.
Pokey.
Dude, the Pokies are one of the most horrifying enemies in the game. Just as you think, up to this point, enemies just die when you hit them. But they throw you a twist, and it just bounces back for revenge. Even after you get the last hit, it will still bounce around for a little bit, potentially. Try and snipe you. It's so cruel.
In a scene, I think I played last week, I burned a fairy on the Pokey in the first one that has a key in this dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
I fire routed it, and then the tail came over and hit me. Hey, that's rude.
Hey, Oyster, having all the small keys, might as well check the big chest. This was the big key to Swamp Palace. I don't think Oyster's going to be happy about it.
Probably
Okay.
not.
But luckily for him, everything else he needs is up on Death Mountain. Friday doesn't skip out early after getting the 7th crystal, which I can't imagine he will. Carol back. Let's see, is this?
I think this is Dark Rooms.
This
in
is Eastern Palace, yeah. These are really hard. I still can't do these.
Yeah, you have to kill. Well, he has a key already, so I think he's killed the Igor. He just needs to find the door.
Yeah, the one after the boss room, not the boss room, the big key door, and he's through.
Nice. The lights are on up here.
Yeah, so Carol just did something I can't do without a fire source, so I'm really impressed.
Yeah, good job.
And with silver arrows, Armos Knights are going to be a cakewalk.
Oyster's still progressing through Turtle Rock here, making steady progress towards the end of the game. Although in his mind, he's still thinking, where's the hook shot? Where's the GT big key? What is this seed doing to us?
Still going to have the mini heart attack like I did when you get the Ice Palace big key on the laser bridge.
Oh man. The one-offs are piling up now. Ice Palace big keys, Swamp Palace big key.
This is just the seed toying with you before giving you your go mode.
I'm
Wants to
guessing
see you
as well.
sweat a little.
Whoa, my gosh, that mimic just jumped over the wall at him.
Yeah. I forget exactly what causes it, but like hitting them, then turning around causes them to glitch out a little bit. It's really funny just seeing a moonwalk over. There it is. Red pendant for Carol. Eastern Palace is clear. Moment of truth again. Does he go back? Saving?
Oh,
no, wait.
No!
Thinking about it.
Considering the options, Pod's the answer.
Going over a checklist. Is there anything I forgot? Oh, no, Carol.
Oh no.
And I'm trying to think of what else he has left. Has he done Hera?
I think he's been in the front of it. No big key, no small key. Oh no, he's the small key. Maybe Talgrim hasn't done yet.
Yeah, perhaps, but no fire rod, no lamp, still cannot light the torches.
Oh, that's right. Of course. Of course.
Yeah, small key is already taken. And with only the fighter sword, can't get whatever's on the tablet. I believe there's nothing though.
Yeah, I want to say it was a compass, but I said the pedestal was a compass, so who knows?
Yeah. Oyster opting to take the safety save here by exiting out of T-Rock. So you get a convenient warp if something bad happens on Trinex.
Good
With
choice.
Master Sword.
Actually, mirroring.
Ooh.
Wait a second. What? Wait, what? What's in this cave? Is there fairies in here?
Oh, if there are, Oyster with the plays. There
Oh my
are
gosh.
fairies, the knowledge.
Wow.
Wow. That
I
is a
always
convenient spot for some fairies.
I always just took a death on after taking that door if I needed health here. That's kind of nice to know about.
I mean, though, with the powder, you can powder the anti-fairies in the next room. But hey, when you're low on magic, and you're probably going to be out of magic by the time you finish Laser Bridge here, might as well go in for the fairies. That's really cool.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you're
maybe
right.
Get some too.
Carol heading into the basement, but unfortunately is about to realize.
No fire source. Bombos though doesn't light torches.
Nice improvisation.
Oyster getting killed by the last laser, but has that door right there to reload from, so not a big deal.
Has he picked up the Ice Palace big key yet? Was that in this chest?
I think that's the one he's about to get.
There it
There
is. Oh, The pause and moment of realization.
It's okay. Death Mountain will keep us. Going to Hera makes all kinds of sense. Was it Trinex that had that? I
Yeah,
think
Carol, or sorry, not Carol. Trinex has the Tower of Hera big key. Yes.
Okay.
And Oyster probably thinking is like, man, am I really gonna have to go back to Ice Palace?
We'll see what strats Oyster opts for on Trinex here. With only the Master Sword, using the hammer can get him down a bit faster. But if you're not used to it, the hitbox can be a little difficult to deal with. So we'll see if it's Master Sword slashes or hammer usage. Of course, he does have at least one blue potion, I think two. So magic won't really be a concern.
Yeah, plenty of hearts. Blue mail shouldn't have too much of an issue here. Oh man, these ice rod shots can be so annoying sometimes.
Those heads just dodge out of the way all the time.
Okay, there it is. Out of magic, potion number 1. Does he have another?
At least the ice head hasn't. Oh, never mind. Now it's doing its thing.
That was pretty surprising how long the ice head went without firing off the ice.
Now it's going crazy. There's 2 shots.
How did that ice rod hit not hit? What
I
the
don't
heck
know, man.
hitboxes? Oh man. Okay, head 1 down. Does Oyster have another blue potion?
I think so.
Yes.
There it is.
Okay.
It's kind of
The fire
difficult
rod,
to deal with this
much
hit
easier
though,
to
with
hit.
the ice already on the side. But at least the fire rod's hits do damage, so you don't need as many slashes to take it down.
Right, right. And if he wants, I think you can also just hit him 8 times with the fire rod and the head will go down.
That's true. He's got a lot of slashes in, so this head will go down, I'm sure, soon. Maybe 1 or 2 more hits. Maybe I can't count. Oh, get it!
There it is. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. Now it just has to deal with the wonderful ice physics.
We'll just hang out on the left side of the room.
Nice
That's
double
much
spin hit
friendlier.
there.
Ooh, gets hit. Still has good health though, so things are okay. Playing it safe, making sure that Trinex doesn't run into him. Getting a couple slashes off now. Uh-oh. Took another hit. I think... Yikes! He might die to 1 more. Oh boy.
Okay, there we go. There it is. Big key to Hera. He's getting out an item.
Trying to bomb
Unfortunately,
those
no
crystal,
magic.
but no magic. Spinning in circles.
Okay, we know what you're going for, Oyster, and we appreciate the effort. And Carol,
Going to pod.
heading back to pod.
This is the play.
This time for sure. Please send Carol your energy. He needs to know. Right side, 2 chests. Come on. Come on, Carol.
Okay. Middle door.
No!
No! This is close though. It's close.
Okay, Carol is going to be seeing this chest on the right side again. There it is. Just past it.
Wait a second.
There's still another item in the dark maze, I think.
Yeah,
that
I'm
Carol
not
has
sure
picked up.
if he got the chests that are in there. I couldn't tell in the darkness. Oh, double checking the turtle room.
Yeah, going back into the dark maze.
Okay, I'll try to pay attention to see if any of these chests open. I don't remember if the items would even be seen. Everybody else came through here with the lamp already, so...
Yeah, I don't think anything was useful. It's just the Eastern Palace big key. Unfortunately, did not lead anywhere. Here we go.
Right.
Half a heart for Carol. Breaking
Mirroring
out the
out.
mirror. Go push the statue. Push the
Oh
statue.
my gosh! We're so close!
So close. Oh
Takes a
no,
death-
Oyster.
This'll- back to full health. Oh, Oyster took a fall. Oh, but only one floor there.
You're close to the right side. Just
Oh
like
my gosh.
Carol, look to the right.
I think we're gonna see more dips into this dark maze for a little while.
Oh man. Pauses for a second after he realizes the default tower repair map. And back into the dark maze we go for Carol.
Now Oyster going up against Moldorm. It's a spin-off.
Moldorm. Ooh, okay.
One more spin will do it. Nice. No, it won't. One of those was a poke.
His Master Sword, yeah. Now try an X at full power. Goes down like a chump though. And here it is. The piece of heart, but what Oyster really wants, that 7th crystal, there it is.
Now he's in go to GT mode and hope for the best.
Man, I hope he goes to GT.
At least there isn't
Makes
much
too much
left
sense
to do
to.
otherwise, right? No, oh gosh, not the flute.
Is he trolling us? Is he trolling us?
He wouldn't.
No.
No.
The portal is right there. Okay.
Okay, good. I was really worried when he stopped on the flute, but everything's okay now. I like how it goes right into this cutscene as soon as you mirror in.
Yeah.
Alright, so right side first for Oyster, so he's gonna get a hook shot and half magic. And then I imagine he'll just go off to the left. It makes too much sense to clear GT at this point when you're up here.
Yeah, so I just realized that was an Ice Palace small key there in the chest. So the logic expected you to double dip GT in order to get that small key. In order to beat Ice Palace.
But Ice Palace is a
jerk.
crystal, so...
Wait, okay. That was an Ice Palace small key, right?
I think if you have the cane,
Oh,
you
okay,
don't
it must
need
be the
all
cane.
Ice Palace small keys.
Yeah, that's right, the cane.
Okay, Oyster has had enough with the seeds trolling and says, "Troll me no more. I'm doing Tile Room first." This is actually,
Well,
if
we
you
haven't
have
seen
to
this.
check everything in GT, it's faster to just do this on the way rather than walking back. So, let's see what we get. Maybe it's another compass. I feel like we've seen all of them and then some, but
Piece of heart.
Man,
One
Jet
of
could have gone
the
for 20.
one or two that Jet missed.
Alright, nice movement Oyster here. He should be able to get to this door in time. Oh, one missed shot. Stupid. Oh no, he's out of magic.
No.
Out of potions, but there's a full magic in this room. Oh, he's got
Oh,
the North
this-
Lamp. Oh, but not in time. There is a full magic in the pot just to the north. Maybe he didn't know about that one, or maybe he took it on at the start of the room. I didn't notice.
Now, this is a room I don't see too often. I don't even know what's under these pots.
I think one of them has a heart, and there might be a small magic under another one of them.
Ooh, almost getting caught by the Wallmaster.
If this leads to him leaving and trying to get magic elsewhere and maybe checking other locations, that would be truly tragic.
Oh no. I think Oyster knows about the full magic decanter in this room.
I don't even know like how you push these things to solve this room.
Okay, here we go. Mire. Probably going left side.
Leaving? Oh. Oh.
Oh no!
Okay, you can't flute in the dark world. Oh no.
Is he gonna go into Hera for some magic drops?
There is a
he's
guaranteed
getting
magic
the
in the basement.
He's
Ah,
getting
the duck! Crushing our dreams.
He's going to buy potions, okay.
Okay, I mean, if he goes back there, it makes sense. Like, if you don't know about the magic there, it makes perfect sense to do this. But there is a possibility that he will take this Ice Palace big key.
Wait, hang on.
This
Carol has
spell.
equipped the bow.
Oh man.
Nay, dang it.
Oh.
Okay, but this is a sign that Carol will go through the door here on the right side. Okay, never mind. Carol playing with our hearts.
Got Walter helping us out. He's tracking and also letting us know Carol got one of the chests in the Dark Maze at least and is going for the other one now.
Okay. Wait, hang on. Oyster.
Back to maybe some of the one-offs in Pod, looking for Hookshot or GT Big Key. So
Yeah,
this
no, maybe
could be
thinking
the path to 100%.
Hey, Carol got it. I saw 20 rupees. Bomb
Okay.
the chest.
Oh
Don't save it quick,
gosh!
no.
Oh gosh! My
Carol,
heart.
no.
Okay. So
Pause screen here.
what could Carol have left? I mean, we know that the answer is in the right side of Pod, but are there any locations left unchecked that are accessible?
I can't
don't-
recall.
I don't know. I was thinking like desert, but no fire source.
Yeah, Oyster taking that small key into the big key room. And Carol on the mini screen thinking about it.
Oyster going up and down these stairs. Is this a new kind of I don't know if that was just an Ice Palace key.
Okay. Mirroring out. That's it for Pod.
Pod has been cleared. So now at this point, it's going to be.
He
a
wouldn't
journey
dare go
around.
into Ice Palace, would he?
He would dare. Look at this.
Oh, he's going into Ice Palace. There's one item left here, the GT Big Key.
Now the thing is, he may have some.
Not the
nagging...
GT Big Key. What am I thinking?
Yeah,
What am I thinking?
I don't know. Send help, friend.
The ice. He's gonna open up the Ice Palace Big Chest, not open up the GT Big Key. I'm sure he hopes it's the GT Big Key. What if it's a shield? Get that mirror shield.
We haven't seen that mirror shield yet. You're right.
The mirror shield could have been in the big chest in GT basement, or validation chest, or any number of chests at the end of the escape. We haven't seen any of those.
Yeah. You know, it just occurred to me that up until we actually saw the hookshot in GT, there was a possibility that the big chest in GT had the hookshot. I've never seen that myself.
You're right. Yeah.
I've never once in all of the randos I've done opened the GT big chest.
I've opened it before, but only because I got like the GT big key and was close to 100%. So it's like, okay, why not?
Alright, so we got Carol and Skull. Backtracking out, checking places. I think he already checked, but maybe not. My memory is fuzzy on what happened in the last little while, so...
This seed is playing with my heart, Sigma. I don't know how much more it can handle.
Oh, it actually wasn't opened. It was just a small piece of heart. A small piece of heart. Wow. So the small key of Link's health bar.
And the situation Carol's has been in for the past while. I'm not immune from this either. This has happened to me several times. Where I'm just going around trying to think of something. There's like, oh, I remember this chest. And then you go there and there's nothing. And then always the last possible thing has what you need.
Yeah. I think a necessary part of learning Rando... Bombo sing the end of Skull there, nice. But yeah, a necessary part of learning Rando is having at least, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these seeds where you just didn't know about something. And you find out about it later, or you eventually figure it out in that seed what you had to do. 300 rupees, get bombed by Oyster. and that's how you learn randos. You just get trolled until you've been trolled all that you can be.
Man, this is really building up for Oyster when he finally returns to GT and finds everything he needs in there. Hoping we see some fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
He's been delivering all run.
We might see a Mire revisit too, because I don't think he did the left side of Mire, given that he doesn't have the sword that was over there.
That's right.
Or maybe, wait, hang on. Maybe he did do it, and that's his Master Sword, and he never did Spike Cave. I might be...
He hasn't done Spike Cave,
crazy.
And has not been to Floating Island, right?
Okay, so he has done left side Mire then. I'm just a little crazy at this point.
Carol going back into Ice Palace.
I don't believe that there's anything that's left here to possibly get, but this is what you have to do, is backtrack to everything when you don't know where to go.
Has full magic this time.
Oyster checking the dark room in the escape, getting bomb upgrade.
Pauses for a moment.
It's always impressive to me how people can remember these little one-offs that they didn't do after such a long time doing a run. At this point, I can't think of anything that Oyster might have not done, but he, finds Ice Palace Big Chest, he finds the back of Escape. I would have been sure that would have been done for, sometime in the past, but he remembered and he went back to it, so it's really cool to see. Now he's thinking about his next move. Maybe gonna take the Swamp Key over,
I think Oyster has. Okay, fluting up to Death Mountain.
Okay, back to GT then. Most likely.
This is either.
The bedrock. Why?
Yeah, potentially Spike Cave. Wait, fluting. No.
wait. This is Swamp, right? Just going up to. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I do this one all the time. I'm like, yeah, I want to go to Swamp. That's 7.
Did Oyster forget the left side in Swamp when he made his visit down here?
He left immediately after getting the flute. And he has the Swamp Palace big key since then, so 3 chests to check. So I think, if nothing else from this race, you have to really respect Carol for plugging on through this and trying to figure out what they forgot. Keysanity is a really intimidating mode, and when you're, new to Rando, new to Keysanity, this kind of stuff happens to you all the time. So signing up for the tournament and putting yourself out there is really admirable, and I'd just love to see this kind of stuff. I would love to see Carol hit up right side pod, but I don't know when that will happen. But we can hope. Here's another bomb jump in Ice Palace, getting the setup, trying to get onto the edge there. And this will be a journey down just to verify that all these chests were checked already. And then we'll have to see from there. Maybe another visit back to Pod, but I'm sure Carol feels at this point like they've seen everything Pod has to offer. I'm not sure where they might go next. Maybe just iterating through the dungeons that they've finished. To answer some questions in chat, is there any rule against looking at a YouTube video of Ice Palace bomb jump during the race? There is not. You're not allowed to get any interactive help, somebody actively telling you, like, oh, go to this pixel, go to that pixel. But there's nothing against, like, looking up a guide on YouTube for this or hammer jump or anything like that. You can have whatever resources you want available to you as long as it's not another person helping you actively.
I do think you're not allowed to tell somebody to go look up the YouTube video of how to do the bomb jump.
Yes.
It has to be a self-initiated search.
Mm-hmm. But if you wanted to stop and go look it up on your own accord, you absolutely could.
You know, in one race, I forgot how to do magic powder, or what is it, fake powder, to go to the magic bat. Went in there, and I tried to look it up. Found like a really loud YouTube video, and I wasn't sure if my audio was being restreamed, so I closed out really quick and just gave up on trying to do it.
At least fake powder isn't required. It can be a useful trick, though. There's a lot of interesting sort of rando-only tricks that get put into this. Like, I don't think there's any use in any category of the speedrun for Link to the Past where you would do fake powder, which is having the mushroom and the cane of Samaria, and then spamming use on the mushroom where the magic bat is after you run out of magic and hear the, like, no magic beep with the cane. But in Rando, it can be a useful sequence break if you happen to have the mushroom and the cane. Then you can head over there and do that. You just have to give up your magic for it, but it's not so bad.
So I wonder if Oyster, now having refreshed his mind that the tempered sword is right there on the island, on his way over to the GT,
maybe
is he going to go in there and grab it?
He skipped it on the way into T-Rock, so maybe he's thinking, it's too long to get it. I think it still saves time on Ganon versus, you know, the cost of walking in there and getting it, but yeah, he doesn't need it. It's good with the Master Sword.
Just going all in. Wait.
Aha!
He's going in, alright.
Get that tempered.
Carol still not giving up on that Ice Palace bomb jump. Though unfortunately, I don't think that bomb jump unlocks any other locations for him.
Yeah, I think you're right. It will allow him to get to the room before Cold Stare, which I believe he has not been to yet, but that's it, because you need the hammer to progress through it. I definitely feel for this, like, when I first learned Rando, Ice Palace was really painful, and if I had to do Ice Palace, you know, less than 3 times unnecessarily going through the start, I felt good about a seed.
Right, Oyster. Don't you dare. Okay.
What's he? Oh, well, he's out of bombs. Is he trying to dig?
He's
some
digging
bombs?
some bombs.
I don't. Does
Can bombs
dashing
even drop up here? There it
Yeah,
is.
Apparently, the seed's got bombs in every drop pool.
That was a 4-bomb drop. Unbelievable.
Just like the start of the seed with the 8s and the 50-50 bombs showing up constantly all over the place. Okay, so the return to the right side of GT for Oyster. He's got near full magic, and I think he'll be ready to get through this room. Maybe he'll lift that skull and see that there's full magic there, and maybe kick himself a little for that, but...
Or maybe spend all his magic taking out his frustration on the full magic adventure.
Okay, he's setting up the conveyor so he can get through faster. This is good. Yeah, half magic is actually going to show up for Oyster in this next room. It's in the same room as the hookshot here in GT.
Oh man, how frustrating. Just being stopped early right here due to low magic, and then just being rewarded with half magic and the item you were looking for.
Now we can only hope that Oyster continues with left side GT and does not go check swamp.
Yeah, Ether, Small Key Desert.
Don't you dare, Mire. Okay. Getting way dark.
No, this is good. He's spending his last magic and he's going to get an instant refill right here.
It's perfect.
Or was it... Where was half
wait a
magic?
sec.
No, half magic was on the left side, the 4 chest room.
I forgot. Oh, he's
used
the blue potion. So that he could quake this chest too? Yes. That's the best use of a blue potion, perhaps, that I've ever seen. Again, Bombos! The full medallion rotation is in progress.
And the newly acquired Ether.
The bonk. Another bonk. Yo, that thingy, that beetle dropped a fairy. Bombs, powder.
Everything. He's unleashing it all.
Falls
no.
into the pit with the hammer.
The chest getting the last laugh. Okay. There
Okay.
we go.
No ether though. He does need maybe a little bit of magic. Alright, grabbing the small key here. And carrying on through the right side. This will actually lead to the GT big key a bit faster, but unlike what I thought, he'll miss half magic, so we won't be treated to quite the full array of damage that he could do to the chests up at the top of Ganon's tower.
You know, one thing's for sure. I would not want to be a chest in an Oyster Keysanity seed.
It's scary, man.
It's really scary. Oh, gonna bombos the beetle.
Actually not bad. This is what he saved that magic for instead of ethering that chest. Get it out of the way.
Alright, quickly approaching go mode for Oyster.
It's almost time.
Almost the sub 3. And almost the full 100% clear from Oyster.
I
Incredible.
think the only things he missed is the second half of Swamp. I guess he didn't actually finish Desert Palace. Because he stole the small key and just now got it. That makes sense. And the left side of GT. These ice arrows. What game is this? These silver arrows are gonna take these arrows apart.
Well, you know, you're in an icy room, you got the arrows out, you know, it happens.
Mhm.
It's been a long day, Sigma. Like, I'm just feeling exhausted watching all these runners go through this horrible, horrible seed, and like, playing it, a whole nother story there. Oyster. Oh no, what's gonna happen to this chest? Got the arrows.
He doesn't have much magic left. That's the problem.
Okay. Just stared down the chest a little bit, made it know who's boss, and he's off. Are we gonna see the big key chest or the big chest?
Oh man, it might be time for that. What do you think is going to be in it?
The mirror shield.
Okay, that'd be pretty cool. I'm gonna bet a piece of heart. A little bit boring, but there isn't too many items left to put there.
He's not mirroring out.
Actually, maybe the fourth bottle. We haven't seen that.
I want the mirror shield here. Red Droopy.
Well, it's reflective. So Oyster has hit go mode. And now is heading up the gauntlet.
Oh, at almost exactly 3 hours entering the gauntlet room. And Carol getting lost a little bit in Ice Palace, can't blame him.
Yeah,
This dungeon is super
I don't
confusing.
know if this was a bomb jump or not. I was distracted by the fireworks going on Oyster's side. So I don't know what the pegs are like right now. Oh, but we're stuck in here. You either have to hook shot across or do a bomb jump. And this is maybe a little bit more obscure of a bomb jump. You just have to be as low as possible and then throw the bomb to your left and it'll get you across. Or there's some other positions that work, which we might find, but we're now down to half a heart, so it's not looking too good. That does just take us back to a hammer blocked room, though, so...
Yeah.
Oh, man, Oyster threw the pot onto the switch. It's kind of a funny way to lock yourself in there. It's another one. Now he's progressing along. Now, unfortunately, he did use his last blue potion in order to use more spells on chests, so he's a little low. Oh, but he has a couple fairies. That's okay. And going to stop at the resupply room, get full health, get full magic. It's a good choice.
Hey, no. Unfortunately, Carol, out of ideas, has decided to forfeit the race. No, got to give it up to him for persevering this long. I mean, that many trips through Ice Palace and Pod, not knowing what to do, just keeps on going. I got to respect that.
Yeah, that was a tough seed to play, and when you've forgotten something like that, it's just it's rough.
All right, Oyster into the gauntlet. Closing the end. Just a couple more rooms here.
Yep. Kind of low magic, but there is a full refill before the top, so should be okay.
We're gonna get Carol in here for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get to chat a little bit about this painful seed.
Yeah, definitely rough. Okay, I see LostCarol in the setup room. Let's bring him in. LostCarol, welcome.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I know. We're really sorry for what had to transpire during that race. That many visits to Ice Palace and Pod.
Yeah.
Had to be rough. So, what were you looking for in Ice Palace, or what were you hoping to find there towards the end?
Just what I think I needed the most was hookshot, because there's no way to get to East Death Mountain without it.
So we do want to just fill you in so you don't have to worry about this before. So the
Sure.
place that you needed to go to was the right side of pod. So
Side of pod.
entering pod, like going right in the first room, there's like a little pot you lift up or statue you move to open the door.
Right.
And then when you have the bow, there's 2 chests over there that have items. And unfortunately, in this case, it held both the hammer and the lamp.
Of course it did. Of course it did.
Yeah. So did you just like forget about it, or not realize you had access to it, or it
Yeah,
was
didn't
from somewhere
realize I
else?
had access to it.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah. No, it happens. It's unfortunate, but hey, now
Yep.
you will never ever forget.
Oh no, I won't.
Yeah.
I'm
Behind
gonna go there and check right
behind
now.
every rough seed, there's always
Absolutely.
a learning exercise for it.
I mean, to be honest, I know Jet and how good a job they do. So I wasn't planning on getting a W today, but agony
Yeah, but
and defeat kind of stuff.
I still admire your perseverance.
Thank you.
Going at it for over 3 hours. Just still hunting and still trying to find out what you missed.
Yeah, I mean, I know I haven't seen a dot done from the other set of players, so
Yeah. So
I figure we're all
There
having a bad
was-
night.
there was some pretty trolly stuff. It did not stop at pod. So hookshot. You said you wanted to look for the hookshot. Hookshot was inside Ganon's tower.
Of course it was. So let's see. So I knew Quake Medallion, or I knew one of the tablets had a boss key. I knew Pedestal had a boss key. So yeah.
Oh,
I guess
those
okay. So
Those texts are actually compasses. Is Oyster trying
is he
to
really
hover?
hovering? No.
Right.
No.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh, this chest is going to get the business.
Oh, okay. There's Quake.
That's
Just
it.
Quake.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, he needs some magic for Ganon, so it makes sense.
Yeah, understandable. Can't blame him there.
Oh, but yeah, the points the way to the boss text on the pedestal and the tablets. I think it's a compass.
Yeah, that's a compass.
I think.
And no, I'm never going to forget that either.
Yeah. There you
So
go.
you're learning so much
We're
in a single.
learning. Yeah.
So
right.
in a way, the seed being as awful as it was, is teaching you more than many other seeds
Absolutely.
would have.
Absolutely. I think the thing I'm most proud of tonight is my dark rooms. Admittedly, I spent quite a bit of time trying to find the 2 chests at the end, but
Oh, so
I
you
never
pulled
went-
you actually pulled off a dark room that I don't even do, and that's the second half of Eastern Palace past the big key door. So, well done on that.
thank you. I'd watched one of the bomb jump tutorials during my lunch break today, so I got a little bit of a preview. I had it in my mind, so at least I knew I had to take a risk with that one key I had left in pod, and no, didn't turn out, but got some darkroom access, or darkroom training. Got some bomb jump training, even though it didn't go so well. So no, definitely going to try my best to get some training in this week and hopefully do better for match 2.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
thank you
no,
very much
Carol,
for commentating.
Yeah, no, thanks a lot for joining us. Thanks again for sticking around. And we'll
Absolutely.
get back to the action here. Oyster falling into the Ganon fights.
Oh wow.
Finally about to end his adventures through this heck of a seed.
Good luck for them. Good night.
Oh man, Oyster.
Mire, maybe going for some potions.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fast to get back here with the portal placed down at the entrance to the castle.
Green potion, buying it to fill it up, of course, with. Okay, using his last batch of rupees on a blue potion. So this is it.
This is it. The money
One-
route was perfect.
Can you even get anything with 15 rupees? I know you can get like a heart with 10, right? Is there any mini game that takes like an odd number of rupees like that?
I feel like they all cost multiples of 10, but I wouldn't know for sure. Now he has Tempered. Of course, he did pick that up on Death Mountain. So, Tempered with Silver's Ganon shouldn't be super difficult, but after 3 hours of rando, your hands and your head start to kind of suffer. So he's got potions. I think he'll be able to take this Ganon down first try.
Yeah. 12 hits phase 1 and 2, 4 hits phase 3, and just 4 silvers to the face. Finish him off. Also has the cape as an option for phase 2.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of, especially if I just have the Master Sword, certainly. If I have the cape, I'll just burn my magic caping phase 2 if I can use a potion for phase 3. It's just a lot less painful than trying to do spins with the fire bats flying around.
But Oyster just gonna go for it.
Yeah. With Tempered, at least, you know, you can just slash them, so it gets
And
through phase
in
2. That's
phase
the hard
3.
part.
Yeah. Still plenty of health, full magic meter. Provided no unfortunate falls. Oyster will be finishing up momentarily.
You find the arrows in Light World. We did, somewhere, a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Gets the torch glitch, so nothing to worry about there.
Very nice. There it is. Hit number
One
one.
hit.
Number 2. Not even gonna have to use that blue potion the rate this is going.
Nice. Doesn't get let a fire bat show off. That's 3. One more will do it. And there we have it.
Oyster attempting to hover across. Can you even do that? If you're like hovering over that gap at the end, will you just stay there, do the pose, and then land on the platform as it spawns?
I feel
It's a
like
question
something
I've never
would
thought I'd
probably go
ask.
terribly wrong with that. But I'm not sure.
No, someone needs to try this. Yeah, there it is. Oyster finishing the time of 3 hours, 11 minutes, and 31 seconds. Just 3s and 1s.
He was 2/100ths of a second too fast. And we have Oyster joining the setup room, so I'm going to get him in here and we'll talk a little bit about that experience. Hey Oyster, GG. Congratulations on finishing this Nightmare Seed.
If GG is the correct term, sure, I'll take it, whatever.
It might be good game. It might be good God.
That's closer to it.
So
So
Oyster,
yeah.
I do have, the question that's on everybody's mind, and that is, what did chests do wrong to you?
I think you know exactly what chess did to me.
No, they're just like passive actors in the seed. No, it wasn't their fault that what got put into them was so awful.
It was totally their fault that they were disguising the hookshot. That is on them. They could have actively not hidden the hookshot. It could have been on Desert Ledge. Zora could have had it. That would have been fine, and then I would not have taken it out on them. They did it to themselves.
So I do have to ask the question. You dipped into Ganon's tower. First time you ran out of magic immediately before the room with the hookshot. Chose to mirror out.
Right.
And so do you know? I do want to ask this. Do you know that there is a full magic decanter drop in one of the skull pots in that room?
No, I did not.
Okay. Yeah. So just so to avoid any frustration, because every seed like this is a learning experience, and you learn.
Yes.
All the awful things that can happen to you and what to check next time. Yeah, so where the Gibdos are in the 4 torches, just 2 pots down, does have a full magic decanter pickup.
Okay. And that is also exactly why I know that there is a full magic in the basement of Hera. I made the same mistake so many races ago. That's how I learn.
I was really impressed with the mirror out of Turtle Rock by the laser bridge to go into that cave and grab 2 fairies. I was like, wait, what? There's fairies
Yeah,
in
oh, I know full well that I am not good at this game. I know where my safeties are.
Now, that's a safety I've learned about and may have to use in the future. That's really good. And pretty dang convenient.
I gotta ask a question that reaches back to near the start of the seed.
Does
When
it
into-
reach back to the Titans Mint?
Even earlier, when
Okay.
you went into egg a tower with just bombs, had you ever done that before?
No, I have not.
Oh,
However, if you do Keysanity, and I don't know if this works on V29 logic, but I know it works on V28 logic, and you type in seed 420, the moon pearl will be in that chest. So I knew that was a possibility, and when I saw that I had the cape and I could get there, I just had to do it.
well, that was pretty awesome. You got through it really fast. I wasn't even sure how many hits those guards took with bombs. I was, so is it 10? It turns out it was only 4, and then 2. So that was pretty cool.
And then I had the shovel, and I was so excited just to be heartbroken. But that's playing randomizer.
That's how
I
it
asked
goes.
for it. Yeah.
This one was definitely unkind, making you walk over to pod the slow way without the hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was scared of pod. I was going to practice hammer yump yesterday to actually like finally learn it because I know that hammer yump is really, really useful. Let's just put it that way. So I was going to learn it yesterday on my SNES Classic, and I crashed the game twice by opening the chests that are in the main room. So I didn't have hammer yump, and I was scared to open those chests, which turns out I needed because pod had everything. But yeah, that was pod was a place.
Pod was quite the place this time.
It didn't crash my game. That's all I cared about.
Yeah. For those of us who don't know, like, what's this crashing the game business? What's happened to pod in the past for you?
I don't know. I actually put it in the bug reports channel in the main rando, because both chests that are in the main room with the bouncy thing and the octo whatevers.
Yeah, the beetles.
Yeah, the chest that Andy pulled off the sick hover to at AGDQ 2018 over on the right, and the chest on that walkway both crashed my SNES Classic. One gave an error code, and the other one just hard locked the game with a really creepy purple pattern. They both had
that's
small
something
keys.
different.
Right, they both had small keys, and it both happened as the text box was appearing. So, I'm playing on SNES right now with SD2 SNES because I was so scared of that happening again.
Well, good job. I just want to give another thanks to our runners for putting on a nice show, slogging through this disaster and getting to the end. And I want to thank you, Fant, for sticking with me and commentating for this seed. And of course, our trackers, Voidborn Beast and Walther. They did an awesome job clicking all those items, keeping track of those keys for us so that we could
Oh man, keys
figure
are on
out
the
what was
trackers
going
now
on.
too?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Yeah.
it's really cool. You gotta check it out. So the commentators actually have a clue of what's going on when people are going to
That's
dungeons.
amazing.
Yeah.
Now, before this, I had I had a handwritten paper and pen tracker of keys that was just going through marking things off.
Right.
But no, I'm glad, for the Keysanity tournaments.
1 hour, 8 minutes to For's first sword. Holy good greatness. Judging by the Jet's finishing time, I was thinking like he had the butter sword by then.
He did?
Actually, yeah. He got the butter sword at the same time you got the butter sword, just about.
Okay, where was the butter sword? Because I never got it.
There was one in
Spike
Spike
Cave.
Cave and one in Mire.
Spike Cave.
So he had been to Spike Cave and Hylia Island before heading into Mire. So upon entering Mire, that was his butter sword.
Right, and I didn't even go into Spike Cave. Wow.
Just to top things off, a sword upgrade being in Spike Cave.
Right. Gee golly. So, when I was in Hera Basement and did the crystal switch, I went and drank a beer. So I'm gonna go get another one of those now that this is over.
All right, Oyster, thanks for joining us here, but we don't want to keep everybody around too much longer. So.
Right. So thank you guys for commentating. Thank Fiesel for being a machine. Thank you, Centroid481, Oni Alem, and Avazel for giving me follows during that travesty. And that's all I got.
All right. See you later, Oyster. Yeah, Sigma, it's been a pleasure commentating with you. Hope we meet again in the future. With that, any final thoughts, Sigma?
Well, if you want more randomizer action, I think every other speed gaming channel, 1, 3, and 4, are doing other races right now, so check out one of those at your choice.
And of course, there'll be plenty more randomizer Keysanity action going on tomorrow. Matches all week long for the tournament, so basically tune in whenever. There's probably something going on. I'd announce the upcoming matches, but there's so many of them. We'd be here all night trying to list them all off.
Well,
And on that note, later, guys.
thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good night.
See ya.